What's good with it? What's good with it? Y'all already know what it is. What's the deal? Already keep it reckless and real. How you feel? Hey, look, it's the dating playbook, man. You already know who's in the building. Your bro for show. Go ahead, co-host, introduce yourself.
It's your girl Sweet Tea back and well.
Man, you feel me?
Praise
I'm glad to
God.
see you. You feel me? I'm glad to see you this
Praise God.
episode. You feel me? Go ahead, bro. Go ahead, introduce yourself, family.
I'm back at it like a crack addict, coming back, to chop it up. I'm Rob the Real. And we finna chop game and we gonna keep it real as we do. That's the
Hey,
best I
you
can give
already
you at
know.
the
You feel me? You already know the bro had to double back. So yes, this is the second time my bro has graced the platform. First time Sweet Tea was under the weather. She wasn't feeling good. So, it was a dynamic duo. You know what I'm saying? Now we got the triple
Hey,
threat in the
we held
building.
it down though. We held it down.
You
They didn't think we was gonna steal game one, and we stole it on the road. But now, what I'm saying, we stole it on the road. But now we got the full team. You finna anchor us in. You finna point guard. You finna, what I'm saying.
feel me? You feel
I
me?
believe your comeback game right here is 36-6 tonight. That's what I'm saying. You're gonna do today. 36-6.
Straight
Back
up.
fresh off the injury.
Man, hey, you feel me? So look, we gonna jump straight into it like a swimming pool. No Kendrick Lamar, man. We gonna start it off with this subject right here. Being in a relationship, having kids, and having your kids meet your significant other, whether that's just a girlfriend, whether that's a wife, whether that's just, what I'm saying, a friend with benefit. You know what I mean? I got 4 kids, 4 baby mamas, you feel me? One by each. So, hey, if anybody know about that, trust is me. You know what I'm saying? We gonna get everybody's spill. So, hey, we gonna lead it off with the guest, man. Let your bro know how you feel as far as, dating, having kids, and your kids meeting your significant other, new girlfriend, friend with benefit, or just whatever the situation may be. Let me get your spill on how you feel, Rob.
I mean, I don't care what your dynamic is, monogamous, non-monogamous, poly, what your orientation is. When children are involved, if you have to be told that you bring nothing serious around your children, shame on you. And that's the bottom line. We don't really have to get too far in depth. Again, I reiterate, I don't care your relationship dynamic. When it comes to people potentially being around your children, you need to vet them and it should be something serious. Again, it should be something serious. If you want to have flings, friends with benefits, everybody has that till the day the good Lord calls us home with him. And anybody who tells you they don't, they're lying. What I'm saying is there's a such thing called conservatism. And some things you got to be conservative about. Other things you can be liberal about. It don't mean you're not doing your due, and it don't mean that you're being fake. It means you have children, and you have to show them the right way. And then once you show them the right way, then they're free to go make any decision that they want. But I'm not gonna start you off on the wrong foot. What kind of parent would I be?
That part. That part.
hmm
Nah, that's real. So let me know how you feel about that, sweet tea. Even though, you know what I'm saying, we know that you don't have kids, you feel me? But how do you feel as far as, just being a single woman, dating a dude that has kids and, meeting their kids? And when do you feel like it's the appropriate time as far as the length, one week, 1 month,
Yeah.
1 year? Give me your spiel on how you feel, sweet tea.
Honestly, I've dated a guy that had 3 kids, and I didn't meet them until within like probably 2 months into our relationship. And then like he obviously told them about me, and I didn't meet them until like literally like 2 months into our relationship. And honestly, it went very well. The kids loved me, and like it was just a really cool moment. I felt like because it was just like it wasn't any drama or anything. It was like he explained the situation between me and him, and obviously, if me and him weren't together, X, Y, and Z would happen. It just would go from there.
All right, right. Now, do you feel like that was too soon? Do you feel like that was the appropriate amount of time? How do you feel about that?
Honestly, I feel like it was the appropriate amount of time. I feel like because even though it was kind of like really late into the relationship, but I feel like it was appropriate for them just to get to know me and like let them have that time to be like, oh, okay, she's cool, or if I'm not cool or not. It was just like it. Honestly, I felt like it was right.
Okay, so was there any smoke with the BM?
I didn't meet the baby mama.
Okay, okay. Now, did he say anything to you that she may have said, about you or just whatever?
He told her about me, but I never really got the opportunity to meet her. So I felt like there wasn't really any beef with her and me dating her baby father or anything. So she never really came
Okay.
to me and was like, "Oh, I have a problem with you meeting my kids," and da da da. It was never really that type of issue. So
No, that's what's up. That's what's up. And like I said, I got 4 kids. You feel me? My daughter has literally only met one female I've ever been intimate with like that. You know what I mean? Was it planned? Of course it was planned, because if it wasn't planned, she would have never met her, things like that.
right,
But I can remember a time, quick story time. You feel me? Quick story time. I'm kicking it with my homegirl, you feel me? That's just a friend with benefit. Now, this is one of them situations where you're damned if you do, you're damned if you don't. Cause I'm gonna hear it regardless. You feel me? So
right,
it's my weekend off. You feel me? I wasn't supposed to have princess. So, I had the friend with benefit pull up. We chilling, we kicking it. I get the random phone call. Hey, they just called me into work. Hey, you gotta take princess. You know what I'm saying? Can you do that? Now, I could have said, nah, I got female friend over, we doing our thing. Then it's gonna be, oh, so you gonna put a bitch over our daughter? You gonna put some bitch over our daughter and shit? You gonna kick it with this
right,
bitch and shit instead of seeing your kid? Or I'm like, nah, it's cool. Go ahead, drop her off. I got her. It ain't no big deal. Things like that. So
Excuse
then
me.
when
Let
she
me
pull
allow
up,
me to interject.
huh?
Let me backtrack the whole. Oh, she gone. If she didn't tell you that, you assumed and you projected. You already anticipated that. So what you did was you felt guilty about making a decision. Don't put that on her.
Well, I mean, she left it up to me because this was at the time when we are
Oh,
split up. I got
and
my own spot.
you made the choice. So what I'm saying is, if you genuinely wanted to see your daughter, which you did, you had her come over, but you genuinely had a lady friend over. However, don't anticipate bullshit if it ain't transpired yet. A lot of times, people anticipate bullshit or not anticipate it. They already presume it's going to be a certain way before it get there, because you could have easily just said, I'm not available right now. However, is this something? Is it urgent? Is it pressing? You didn't inquire. You just already assumed it was going to go left if you didn't do what she said. So I just wanted to
right.
point that out to you.
No, I feel that.
You
I
could have got
feel
out
that.
of that,
Yeah.
but you felt guilty, and there's nothing wrong with that. That just means you're a good parent. So there's nothing wrong other than don't project. You felt guilty, so you elected for your daughter to come over because you
Of
cherish
course,
that.
yeah, of course.
Mhm.
I'm gonna always pick my princess over anything. So when she came to pick her up, I already knew it was gonna be an issue. We all outside, we on the porch, we chilling. You know what I mean? No, her mom pulled up as soon as she left. I'm like, what's up? Oh, so you got some bitch around my daughter? You got some bitch around my daughter and shit? I'm like, bro, I already knew this was coming, but like I said, it's a damned if you do, damned if you don't situation. Because if I would have said
Right.
no, I'm chilling with some female, then it's, oh, you putting a bitch above my daughter. Then if I say yeah, drop her on off, then it's, you got some bitch around
Hey,
my daughter.
hey, bro. She
Right.
all listen. Your daughter was already in your possession. She's safe because if she felt that strongly about it, she would have left her with you. You entertained that conversation. As soon as I heard that you got some, you know what? This is not going to go anywhere positive. So I'll talk to you later. She can text all she wants. She can call all she wants because you know it's not an emergency. See, you
Right.
got to
Mhm.
stop entertaining bull crap. The best response is no response. Just free game. Just free game.
Go ahead. Hey, chop it up, bro. Go
See,
ahead.
because
You feel me?
at this point, this is manipulation. See, she's doing two things simultaneously. She's
Mhm.
trying to ruin your time. So your daughter is there. So the double whammy is, yeah, my daughter there. So I know for a fact I trust him enough that she's not in danger, but she's occupying your time while simultaneously having you on the phone. So at this point, then, baby, you might as well stay and kick it.
Right, right.
See
Right.
what I'm saying? You got to stop playing these games with them. You got to see the play when it's being played. That conversation would have began with how she started it, and it would have ended expeditiously. Now, I don't want to hang up on you, but I'm not going to tolerate this foolishness. It's tomfoolery. It's not necessary. So you
Mhm.
got to learn how to say that. I didn't use any profane language. You don't have to be aggressive. You just have to be stern, as a matter of fact.
Right.
That
Right.
part.
No, I feel that. I feel that, so after dealing with that situation, I just felt like, you know what? Not unless I feel like this is a serious situation as far as, us really being together on the long term, then I'm not even going to involve my daughter nor my other baby mamas in what I got going on with my love life because that's only going to leave open opportunity for y'all to nitpick, complain, bitch about it, all of that old
Right.
nonsense. Just like you said, a whole bunch of nonsense. Because if it was that serious, you wouldn't even have dropped her off if you really thought I was a bad dad or I didn't have my daughter's best interest
Right.
at heart. You wouldn't even have pulled up with her. You know what I mean?
Right.
You would have hit your mom up. Hey, can you babysit Princess? You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna have my baby daddy do it because he on BS. You would have called your mom to do it if it was really that serious
So,
or
so
if you
look,
thought
I'm
she
gonna
was
tell
really
you
in
this.
danger.
Let me ask you a question. Excuse me, not being
Huh?
facetious, and I'm not trying to. Which number is she? Is she anything after number one?
Yeah, yeah,
This
she number three, but she's the one that I
wait,
married
wait,
though.
okay, so she has absolutely nothing to be tripping about you and another woman, being that she's the third one with your child. She's
Right.
absolutely egregious in her attitude about you having another woman around. Because if she felt that strongly about it, she would be tripping about you having two previous children with two other women. Because those are two women. It don't matter if you got kids with them. See how people pick and choose? You gotta stop playing the game, player. You
Mm,
gotta know the play
mm.
when you see it. All of
Hey,
a
you
sudden, you
cooking.
got a problem with me being around other women, but you didn't have a problem with the two previous women that I had children with prior to you, and you signed up knowingly to be the third amongst the fourth. And you know there's a fourth, and you're not tripping about her. So what's the real issue here? Oh, I know what it is. You just want to play the games. Stop playing the game, player. The game don't work if you don't play it.
Right, right, right. But like I know when you and the BM ain't seeing eye to eye, it just make the whole situation a hell of a lot
No,
more
no, no.
difficult.
Listen, bro. You gotta stay strong. See, here's the thing. I know what you really alluding to. You may not be able to process it or explain it. What it really is you're trying to keep the peace for the sake of the children. However, and you're doing
Exactly.
absolutely right. However, you know how you keep the peace. Once you see there's foolishness, I understand men, specifically black men, don't want to involve the courts. Well, guess
Mhm.
what? They're there for you to utilize as well. So stop bitching up. I don't want to involve the courts. Listen, they there for you too, brother. So if you see that she's being difficult, then you need to get yourself some leverage, some receipts, as they call it today. But
Mhm.
nah, what you really is, you're being lazy. See, all that I don't want the courts involved. No, what you're saying is you don't have the money, and what money you do have, it's not worth spending. That's what you're saying. Because how much do you really care about your kids? Because there should be nothing or no one to keep you from your kids. So all that, I don't want the courts involved. All I hear is, oh, you too lazy to fight the good fight, huh? She wasn't lazy. She went to the court. Whether she was lying or not, she did one thing you didn't. She went to the court. Why couldn't you? She did. She don't got no money neither. So what are you talking about, brother?
Right,
You see
right.
how
And
this?
I mean,
You see what I'm
all
talking
right,
about?
if you don't know, Rod, I stay in Missouri, bro. So
Just
Missouri, unfortunately, is a mom state. So no matter how good of a dad you are, they're automatically gonna side with the mom just because that unfortunately, when you dealing with a black person from the hood with dreads, you already know the stereotypical things, and then you
I
dealing with
get
the
that.
white woman that's
mm,
from the suburbs with a
So,
master's
but
degree.
so peep
We
this
know
though,
how the
bro.
judges go look
But
at it.
but you know how the judge is gonna look at it because you've done this 4 times. So I bring it back to the guy again. I'm not letting you off the hook, player.
Go ahead, go
You
ahead.
knew this. You knew this. And you did not once, not twice, not 3 times, 4 times with not one woman, not two women, not three women, four women, not one white woman, two white women, three white women, four white women in Missouri of a mom state that don't
I
fuck with a
know.
nigga with dread. Nigga, what are we talking about, player? You're not talking to a nigga with a GED. You can't sit here and say these things to a nigga who functions and processes his thoughts and think I'm gonna co-sign it. All while I totally understand your situation, I don't think you're a bad man. I want to make this clear. I'm not being facetious,
No,
but in
I
the
know
way that
exactly
you're
what
going
you
about
mean,
it,
Rock.
yeah, bro, that shit is out over here. Although I'm not single or having to go through this, I have plenty of friends going through all these things you name. I've seen it. I'm close by proximity. It's so much so that although I ain't going through it, when I see the bros go through these things and I know they good men, it burns me to the core. It's almost like I'm going through it. That's how much so I know what you mean.
Right,
To that
right.
extent, I can empathize, but I can't speak to it knowing it. But what I will say is, I've seen my homeboys that actually fight, and I've seen the ones that, although they going through the bullshit, that don't put up much of a fight. And more than not,
Mhm.
most men don't put up a fight. Cause I've seen the homies put up the fight and they go through all this. I seen the homie go through some shit and did everything they asked of them just for them to, nah, we cool. Waste of
Nah, that's
time,
facts.
money, all of that. But it wasn't a waste of time because he bettered himself and it still was for
Mhm.
his child. And although he didn't get the result he wanted, he's still a better father to the children he could be around, and he's still a better man. And when the time comes, when God blesses him to be around that child again, because he will, he's still gonna reap the benefits of all the stuff he had to do to be around them. But right now, yeah, it's sting, it's humbling, it hurts. It would hurt me, you, or Miss right here if she went through this. It would hurt
Mhm.
anybody who genuinely want to be with their kids.
Oh
Nonetheless,
yeah.
he fought. That's all my point is. I'm long winded. I apologize.
Nah, you
That's all my
good. You
point is.
good. You
That's what my
good.
point is. Don't let the courts be the reason why you ain't get up off your ass, because she didn't let the courts be the reason. As a matter of fact, she went
Right.
and got on the county. She went to the court and put your ass on child support, whether it was out of spite or because you was a deadbeat. So same way she got up and did it, you could too. So once again, you are what she's claiming you are. Because actions speak louder than words, player.
Mhm.
Right. Nah, I respect that, bro. I respect that. You know what I'm saying, Rob? Like, nah, bro, I'm gonna hold you accountable, bro. You know, I love you like a brother,
Yeah,
but I gotta
nah,
hold you
yeah, we
accountable.
can't do that. And
You
you know
know,
how I go. Excuse my French. You know I go hard
You
on the
good?
garden too.
right.
But I call a spade. And as a man, we are still the leaders, and
Right.
that's it. And the same way we get the credit when we win, you get the credit when you lose. It's a shitty game.
Mhm.
No, that's facts, bro. I mean, like, just being transparent with y'all, because it's a lot of stuff in my background I really don't speak on YouTube. But being a podcaster, is transparency is part of being a good podcaster. So to
Mhm.
let y'all
Oh,
know,
absolutely.
yes, I have went through certain things with BM number three, like the new dude calling, wanting to talk trash. Now I could have easily been like, "Yeah, pull up, bro. We could throw them hands, and I can knock your jaw off your face real quick." But instead, I'm laughing at them. Oh man, I'm hitting it like this. I'm hitting it like that. Well, make sure when you eating it, make sure you wipe your mouth correctly and brush your grill, because I've been busting in that for 10 years, so I got plenty of residue still in there. You feel me? You can't make me mad off no shit like that. Oh man, I'm fucking with
Hey,
your baby mama. Somebody was fucking with her before she was my baby mama. Then so you think ain't
you
nobody
see?
gonna fuck with her after the fact? Come on, bro.
Hey, but see, check this out. Here we go again. I'm gonna be real. Are you really surprised that she's messing with a guy like that, considering what you've gone through with her? Look at your track record with her. What did you expect?
Right.
Again, I'm not justifying it. By no means am I justifying it. I'm merely pointing out that whomever's watching this, guys and gals alike, because it works both ways. Look
Mhm.
at the signs. Take off the
Right.
rose-colored glasses just because they speak sweet nothings or they're attractive. You can dress shit up real nice and present it in a real presentable way. But
Mhm.
you gotta look close, like look through the lens to see the bullshit that's in it. And if you're not gonna pay attention, you're gonna get duped every time. So when people go through the things they go through with their children's fathers or mothers, if you really go back and look at it, it was all kind of red flags before the baby, during the baby. Like you didn't see this happening.
Mhm.
She showed you signs that when she don't get her way, it's gonna go to hell. She showed you several times. But see, you thought that shit was cute. See, you told her it was cute. See, y'all keep telling them that all these cantankerous habits is cute and it's attractive, and you reward it with whether it be money, pacify them with sex and or money. They get something positive from their negative attributes, so it leads them to believe that, hey, this is normal behavior. So now fast forward, shit really hit the fan and you wonder, oh, she really called the police on me. Yeah, nigga.
Oh yeah, man, I
Yeah,
done been through that too.
yeah, nigga.
I didn't have her call the
Mhm.
police on me. You feel me? I done
Yeah,
been
and
through
I
that too.
let me ask you again: did you, after she called the police, were you ever intimate with that woman in any capacity after that again?
Nope.
Unfortunately,
Oh.
Goofy ass nigga, goofy than a mother. This, hey, hey, you can't make this shit up, y'all. You
hey, I'm
can't
gonna
make
keep it
this shit up.
100 though.
Now
I
you know
can't
that
lie.
I'm
I'm gonna
not
keep it
making this shit
100.
up. Hey,
I'm gonna
forgive
keep it
me, miss. I'm
100.
long winded. I'm sure
You
you have
good?
your input. I apologize. I
You
can't let you
straight?
do this no more. Reckless. You got. I know the name is catchy. You got to stop being reckless out here, man. See, one plus one is two, and I know it, but you keep trying to defy gravity. I don't understand this, man.
Yeah,
No,
I
and
don't
and I'm
understand
gonna
this.
keep it
gone.
real with
The
you, Rod. I
gravity is
blame my.
gone.
I'll go ahead, sweet tea. My bad. What'd you say,
Everything just
Shouty?
hit the flow at this point.
Woo!
There's no flow. The flow is
And see,
over.
this sweet tea, she know my baby mama, so she know who I'm talking about. She know who Princess Mom is. She didn't heard all of the stories. She didn't heard
Oh,
all of the dramas. She already
yes.
know what I'm talking about. So like, and I'm gonna keep it 100. I'm gonna take some accountability, just like Ross said. At the end of the day, it's just as much my fault as it is hers. And the reason why it's my fault is because I put her on a pedestal like, oh no, she ain't gonna do me like that. She ain't, I'm better
Right.
than that. You know what I mean? I put too much faith in her decision making in the person that she was because I
Yeah.
assumed, oh, we got a kid together. This is my
Right.
wife. It ain't gonna hit like that. Cause you know me, I'm thinking a girlfriend, a baby mama, that's one thing. But when you got a kid by somebody and you're married to them, this is your
Hmm.
wife, it's a husband dynamic, it hit a lot different. So, I'm
No, that ain't
looking at
nothing
it
but more
different.
leverage. That ain't with the wrong personality types. That's just merely leverage. See, yourself. I'm pretty sure Miss Sweet Tea, myself, men and women alike, we don't have cruel intentions. Unfortunately, there's people out there in all shapes, sizes, colors, and creeds that have malicious energy, and
Hmm.
anything and everything to them is leverage and love. That's why you have people whose hearts are so hardened, because the easiest way to manipulate somebody is through love. That would be family, intimate
Yep.
relationships. So, yeah, unfortunately, a lot of people's hearts are hardened, and myself included. I think both of you, to some degree, subconsciously or consciously, we didn't did some fucked up shit to the opposite sex simply because we didn't seen shit, been a part of shit on the good or the bad side of some bullshit. But we've been around it enough. I ain't gonna be the one. If anybody gonna be doing the screwing, it's gonna be me screwing the chicken.
Right,
And
right.
Right.
I mean, that's survival. Anybody with instinct would do it. Unfortunately, you trying to protect yourself or having been hurt, it's that old saying: hurt people hurt people.
People. Yup,
Right.
yup. And I'm
Trust
gonna keep
me.
it 100, bro. The what came to the breaking point where God had to slap me in my face, like, bro, I keep showing you. You don't want to listen, so I'm gonna have to show you again. So what the breaking point with me was when we finally decided to end it and call it quits. It's one thing, to break it up accurately. Everybody's cool. Everybody go their separate ways.
Hmm.
Cool, whatever. But we was actually still together. I'm at work. I come home one day from work, half of the crib gone, my wife and daughter gone. I get the Dear John letter. Hey, I didn't left you. I don't want to be with you no more. We couldn't sit down and have this conversation as a family. We couldn't sit down and have this conversation as a married couple to where it's like, damn, I thought I was worth more than that. But like you said, God been showing me the signs all 10 years that we was together. You were picking up on the clues. I'm dropping you clues, dropping you gems. You not picking them up. You just stepping over them. So now I gotta put your head up and slap you for the one time and let you really see who you truly dealing with. Now I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna be that nigga like, oh, I didn't care. It's whatever, bro. That shit crushed my heart. Not because of my wife so much leaving. It's because my daughter ain't here no more. That was the best part of my
Right.
day was coming
Oh,
home. My
girl.
daughter running to me, giving me a
Whoa.
big old hug. Daddy, what we cooking today? Oh, Daddy, look what I drew you today. Oh, Daddy, I
Listen,
missed
bro.
you. What would you do at work? You know, stuff
Let me
like that.
explain something to
Yeah.
you. Let me explain something to you as a man. You know how to the thought of it, and you having lived that. She knew that would crush you. Now imagine if we would ever stoop to a woman's level and do that to them. How much that would affect them more than us, because that child actually came out of their body.
Right.
But before we get to that, just as a father, that sinkhole feeling that you felt, that emptiness that you existing, but am I breathing right now? Magnify that times a million if a man ever did that to a woman, because I don't have to be a woman to know that there's a deeper connection when something
Mhm.
literally comes out of you.
Right. Right.
So for a woman to know that how they would feel to do that, you're a horrible person to do that to a man.
Mhm.
Oh yeah, that's facts, bro. That's
You're a
facts. And I even
horrible.
told her
You
that,
are
Rob.
a horrible person, because if a man did that and you're not warranted, that parent is not a threat to that child. I don't care which parent you are, but as a man, I think you are 10,000 times worse to ever do that to the mother for the reasons I just explained. So I
Right.
reiterate, as a mother, if you knew what that would do to you, why would that even cross your mind to do that to a man that you know cares? Why would
You
you
Right.
feel
do
me?
that?
No, dead ass, bro. And you know, the reason why I'm thinking, oh, it's gonna be different is because we know as men, us as men, we usually don't do what we need to do when it comes to having a kid, taking care of a kid, or being involved in a relationship with a kid. But when she got pregnant, I'm at every OGBYN appointment, all 56 of them motherfuckers. I'm there every morning, right along with her. The only parent that's a father that's in the OBGYN clinic is me. I'm seeing all these single moms. She the only one walking in, and the nurse like, who is this coming back? Like, that's the father of my kid. That's who that is. That's just so
Right.
uncommon nowadays.
Uh,
You feel me? It's just hella uncommon. So I was there at the doctor's appointments. I signed the birth certificate. I was the first one to hold her, first one to give her a kiss. I'm the one that named my daughter. She got my last name. I gave her her first name. Her mom picked the middle name. You know what I mean? So I'm looking
and
at
my
it like
child
I
too.
literally did everything that
Mhm.
a father is supposed to do. Oh, she ain't gonna do me like this. Oh, she ain't gonna do this. But once again,
Yeah.
me putting her up on a pedestal. Oh, she ain't gonna
Yep.
do this. She ain't gonna do it. Bro, she's no
It was
different
a
than
wolf in
baby mama
sheep's
number one,
clothing.
baby mama number two, baby mama number four.
So,
You
so
feel me?
you got a type thing. So look. What I would ask you is, and I'm not being facetious again, and I'm not a psychologist. Is just we've all suffered from trauma, PTSD. We all suffer from it in some capacity. You seem to have a type, because you just out of your own mouth said none of your baby mothers have shown you anything different. So
Mm.
it really has nothing to do with them so much as what is it that you like? What energy is it that keeps attracting you to that? Is it a kink? Is it a sexual kink? Is it some trauma from childhood? Is it a culmination of everything?
No,
Because if you
it's the
understand it,
whole. I mean, with me, I'm gonna be honest. I think it's the whole attachment factor. You know, me growing up, not having my real dad around, having my sister's dad around, who showed me what it takes to be a dad, but at the same time, that came with its own consequences of its own. You know what I
so
mean?
so
When
you see something that and then that made that was family oriented, that you wanted that with them.
Yeah, most definitely. You know, that's all I ever really wanted was to have my own real family. You know, mom in
So
the same
so
house, dad in the same house. You know what I mean? I didn't grow up with that. So, you know,
so
the attachment
you were
factor.
seeking love. You were, because I have a theory. I'm gonna make this quick. I say this with my women often. A lot of women become promiscuous not because they are genuinely Jezebels. You do have a community of women that are absolute Jezebels, but more than not, having been a guy out here and been in these streets and been promiscuous and seen it all, a lot of women become promiscuous or ran through in the name of looking for love.
Yep.
So in reverse, you are doing the same. Men tend to do the
Hey,
same thing on
Mhm.
the emotional side. You genuinely looking for community, a family, love, nurturing, and so the first woman that shows you a hint of that, you run to her. Same way a woman, the first sign of any love she gets, she got her mouth around him. She giving all her body to him at the hint of any type of love, whatever she deems that to be. So you're just showing that men do it in the opposite way.
Right, right. Yeah, I just wanted the family that I didn't grow up and have in my own household. You know what I
Right.
mean? And on top of that, I didn't want my kids to go through what I went through growing up as a kid, where they don't have the real dad
Mhm.
around, and the stepdaddy is playing dad, and they dealing with BS from the stepdad because he treating them like shit. Because little nigga, you really ain't mine. You feel me? I'm only dealing
Right.
with you because I'm crushing on your mom and knocking her down. If it weren't for that, I wouldn't even be fucking with you type stuff. You know,
Right.
so I didn't want my kids to have to go through the shit that I went through where I felt like, damn, I was in the way. I was, you know what I'm saying, the obligation nobody wanted. You feel me? Feeling like I
Right.
was lesser than when my sister's dad is taking her shopping first and I'm getting the scraps of what's left over. Yeah, I'll take you
Right.
shopping after take my daughter shopping, but I can't really be mad at that because that's his seed. I'm not his seed. So it's just having to grow up and be like, you know what? He still played the role as a father that he didn't have to play. It's not gonna be perfect, so I never held that against him. You know what I'm saying? Because he still did something and stepped up to the plate. Where my own real dad chose to be a bitch nigga and bow down and not step up to the plate. So I couldn't be mad at her dad for that. You know what I'm saying? It was just a place of understanding. So after going through that kind of shit, when I had my own, I'm like, it's just certain things I'm not gonna let my kids deal with. But then boom, I turned around and still end up going through the same thing. Not
Mhm.
necessarily my kids, but just me as a person looking for love in all the wrong places.
Yeah.
You
Um,
feel me? Straight
that,
up.
that's why that's why I believe that I press this and I can't stress this enough. I always say I don't care what your relationship dynamic is. Most people have and or want families. Their relationship
Mhm.
dynamics may vary. So what I say, that's why I always press community and or family. And what I mean is y'all can have your side pieces knowingly or unknowingly. That's between y'all. If y'all don't want nobody to know, there's plenty of people live like that. What I'm saying is always do everything you can to keep the family together so that you can evade this. I'm not throwing this
Mhm.
in your face. I come from a blended family. My family is hella blended on all sides. I don't think there's not a family that's not blended walking this earth.
Right.
Ideally, though, so that you can evade all of the confusion that you just, because that's confusing and that's overwhelming and that's a lot. And a lot of people go through what you explained, and I commend you for being able to be vulnerable and share that with us.
Oh, it's all
I say
love.
that to say that's why it's idea, and I was very selective about who I had kids with and how many. And if I was going to have multiple kids by multiple people, again, I lead a poly lifestyle. So again, I'm still going to be community anyway, and that's why I said it doesn't matter the dynamic. They need to see family community, and that is the one constant leaking. I've been around all walks of life, all dynamics of relationships, and when I've seen solid families, no matter the dynamic, family community was at the forefront. Period. The
Right.
family's in disarray. I don't care how much the daddy cheated, didn't cheat, drank, didn't drink. If there was confusion, the mom worked too much, the parents worked too much. If there was an imbalance in the household, it was mayhem. Promiscuous kids, mischievous kids, or tension in the house. Just something's not right. It didn't
Right.
matter the dynamic because
Right.
trust me, I was around homeboys and I knew some of their parents was freaks. They used to be, man, you know how you sneak in your homeboys' parents' rooms and we found
Mhm.
some shit. But
Man,
if
all
we
kind of
never
shit up
went
under the
and
bed.
yeah, now if we never went and seen that on the surface, what I'm explaining, well-to-do family. That's the premise. I don't care what you do behind closed doors. You can do anything you want to do, but when it comes time for the family in public in real time, push this family right here.
Mhm.
Conservatism in that aspect, and it's like I don't understand why people don't understand that. Just
Right.
push family. Just put that's it. Mother, father. Now, if there's more than one mother, hey, another thing I was gonna ask you, bro. You might
Mhm.
want to look into being poly, bro, and just mess with shit because they clearly don't have no problem. Because again, if they had a problem, anybody after baby mother number one would never have had a child with you. So I don't want to hear they don't want to share. You gave the most precious thing, which is your womb, to a man who has already had that with another woman. If it meant
Hmm.
that much to you, you wouldn't have never done it. So don't tell me you don't want to share.
Right, right. Now that's facts, bro. I mean, bro, baby mama number four. He had my son. Now, granted, it was not planned. You feel me? We was just friends with benefits. We never even dated. You feel me? She ended up just getting pregnant as us being friends with benefits. But I'm gonna treat all my kids the same. I'm gonna be there for all my kids, regardless of what the situation is with their mom. He had my son. He went Vaco. I get a call 4 years later after she didn't let some other nigga sign the birth certificate. Some other dude be up there at the hospital while she having my son. Let another dude play daddy for a whole 3 years. Now, when she's tired of dealing with him, now she want to call me. Hey, this is your son. Whoopty whoop. I've been knowing that. But why I gotta wait 4 years later to be the dad that I was trying to be from day one because you choose to be on some ignorance? You feel me? But now I easily could have blown up, went across her head, but what does that go do for any situation? That ain't gonna help nothing. That ain't gonna help me. That ain't
Hey,
gonna help my
you're a
kids.
much better
You
man
feel
than
me?
me.
So I had to
You're a
bite the
much better
bullet.
man than me.
I had to just bite the bullet and still be the
Hey, wait a
dad.
minute. You said boy signed the birth certificate too? Well, he would have stayed the pappy because the same way. I'm gonna tell you why. The same way I just described that the most precious thing a woman can do is give a man her womb. The most precious thing a man can do is put his name on that goddamn birth certificate. That means it's binding. Binding. Do you
Hmm.
understand
Right.
what binding fucking means?
Legally
That's damn
binding.
near drawn it in blood, right? So you let another man do it. Once again, that's equivalent to you are a horrible person. That's equivalent to what I just said about taking
Hmm.
somebody's child. Again, you taking a man's child or letting another man put his name on another man's child's birth certificate, man, I don't know what man. Listen, I'm saying everything, but unalive the woman. That's what I'm alluding to. Those are unalivable punishments right there. Because how
Right.
do you do that to a person? So if
That's
that man was stupid
diabolical.
if he knowingly did it, nigga, you deserve everything that come with it. The child support, the jail time. I don't want to hear it ain't mine because you allow some punk rock asshole to pull you in some and tag you in some web like the simp sucking
That
nigga that a lot of these
part.
niggas is. See, a lot of these punk
That
ass
part.
niggas get with these cantankerous ass broads and they see the bull crap, but they tender dicks and they don't hear you warn with a nigga that was around before you. This kid is 13 years old, my nigga. You're new to this party, not them. I think he has a little bit more insight than you, player. Or for the same thing for you women. This woman is actually the child's mother. This child is 15. This mother may have some insight into about how your boyfriend may be. Now, if you stand back and stop being a sucker, you'll see that okay, the baby mom or the baby dad, they are an asshole. But my nigga or my chick also an asshole too. So really, it's both you motherfuckers. But see, nobody wants to do that. You get these weak ass people allow their significant other, these niggas, to get you in some dick and pussy shit. Whole time she's still fucking the baby daddy.
Yep.
You know, don't let me get to telling the truth.
Nah,
See,
bro,
these
bro.
niggas
What
is
you
weak
saying is
out here.
real.
I done
What you
seen it all, man. I've smashed women,
Hmm.
married women in my truck in front of the house that they share with their husband. Now, that was foolish of me because if I'd have got my brains blown out, because I'm in front of the man's house, so I
right.
was very young and dumb. I wasn't wrong for knocking
Damn.
his chick down. Why would I do it in front of his house? That's beyond
Damn.
stupid. See, I would do it again. I just wouldn't do it in front of the house. But
Right.
the audacity of me, the audacity of her. This is what I mean. This is ruthless. There's cheating and there's what the fuck was you just doing? You smashing
Right.
niggas and other
Right.
niggas' cars in front of the house?
Nah, that's real. That's
So
real.
and that you might as well have just smashed the dude or the chick in the
Right.
house.
So pick out the casket.
Yeah,
No,
just
for
come on
real.
now. So what I'm saying is, ultimately, what I found in this gender, we call it a gender war, dating, relationship woes. There's just a tremendous lack of respect on both sides. I'm not even taking
That's facts.
sides no more. I have my gripes about women because I still date. I specified that before. Yes, I'm a married man. We got that sorted out. So I'm still out here in the dating game with everybody else. So I know everything that y'all talking about because I'm still dating myself. So what I'm saying is, I just see a tremendous lack of respect on
Hmm.
both ends, and it needs to stop.
It's
Right,
true.
right. And like to be honest, I didn't find out how immature BM number four was until we ain't dealing with each other and she hits me with a phone call like, "Hey man, I need some of that D." I'm like, "Girl, get the fuck off my line. You tripping, bro." "Oh man,
Now, you
I don't
like
know why
horrors,
not.
man.
We
You
got
like
a kid
horrors.
together. Since we got a
You
kid
like
together, you
horrors,
can just
don't
give
you?
it to me whenever I want it." I'm like,
You like
that's
hoes.
not what
You
this
like
deal
ratchet
is.
hoes.
Yeah,
You
I'm
like
like,
you like ratchet hoes, nigga.
I'm like, this
I
is
mean, no
not
disrespect,
us
but
having
that's
a
just all
kid.
ratchet hoe shit. That's ratchet hoe shit, nigga. I can even envision what they really look like. I'm not being funny. Just hearing the behavior
Mm.
two together, and I have an idea of what they look like. And you knew what it was too. This would intrigue you. Hoes, you just did them, but you like them though. You like them too fucking much. See, you got to learn how to separate the whores and the wives.
Right,
The
right.
hoes is cool, but they hoes, man. Look what you going through.
Nah, that's facts, bro. That's facts. When
Most
she hit me
Jezebel
with the,
ladies.
"Oh, we got a kid together, so you should just give it to me whenever I want." Bro, that's not this type of contract. I'm here to
No.
be a dad, not to be a
Wait
dad and a
now, huh?
part-time
Not to be
lover
no
like
side
H Town.
piece too.
You feel me? And then she wonder why don't none of her relationships work. Cause you keep cheating on your new niggas with your baby daddy, you goofy ass bitch. That's why.
Did I
The
not just
fuck?
say that moments ago, you guys?
You
Did I
feel
not
me?
just say that? These niggas be out here crashing out at a new nigga, and you trying to fight the old nigga, and she still fucking the old nigga. Come on, man, y'all. This shit's got to stop.
And I ain't
I
even on that
listen.
type of time. And it's crazy because you don't find most baby daddies that's not on that type of time. Me, I'm here to be a dad. If I wanted to fuck with you, bitch, I wouldn't have broke up with you if that was the case. Obviously, I'm
That
not
part.
fucking with you like that.
Well,
So
I'll
let
say
me be
this.
a
I'll
dad.
say this. There's some form of you are attracted to the drama. You are. Now there's a component in you because you've stated several times you've left them or a few of them. So at least you have enough sense to say, well, okay, enough is enough. But not so much so that you don't even get that far down the line. There shouldn't even be a baby involved. See, listen, man. Whores are fun as long as you keep them in a box. See, when
Mm.
you let them outside the box, what you get is what you got because nothing good comes from it. It's like this. Everybody eats fast food, even me. I'm all about fitness, all of this. I may not eat McDonald's, but I eat something equivalent to that every now and then. But
Right.
imagine if, let's just say McDonald's. We're all familiar with that.
Hmm.
Right.
Everybody eat McDonald's now and then, right? But we understand that if you eat McDonald's every day, several times a day, that's what it's like trying to wife a whore. See, a
It's
whore
gonna go
is
straight to your hips.
thank you. A whore is, you know what? I want some McDonald's today. You know what? I'll have me a two for two, a little double cheeseburger for lunch, or I'll give me a little pancake breakfast. And boom, you
Right.
never look back at it again. The rest of the week, you at the house, you chilling. You gonna have McDonald's in 2, 3 weeks.
Right.
But you got motherfuckers that go to McDonald's in the morning, Jack in the Box for lunch, Del Taco for dinner. Then when they get
Right.
home, they got chicken nuggets out the freezer. That's what it's like being with a whore. You cannot do that.
Nah, that's facts,
And the
bro.
same will go. The same will go for women who mess with promiscuous men. I don't know what y'all call men equivalent to that. Maybe Jodies or something. I don't know. But the same rule applies. Hey, women,
I
you
mean,
get with
sounds
with,
about
with
right to
certain
me.
Jody. Okay, you ladies get with these Jodies, and you know they Jodies, and I understand the bad boy appeal. I
Hmm.
lived the bad boy appeal. I mastered it. I'm just not Jody bad boy. I still got like, nah, nigga, I pay taxes. But I understand the attraction. I understand that whole degeneracy. I know how to work it. That's
Yeah.
why that's why promiscuous men and women are attractive to the collective. It's
Hmm.
dangerous. It's exciting. Ooh, that nigga, that That nigga's the thug. That nigga got a gun.
Yep.
Ooh, it's
Yep.
fun until that nigga pull it on
And
you.
then when you start seeing all the red flags flying out, you just like, oh, I'm gonna look past it, girl.
Oh yeah, it's all fun and
Like,
games until SWAT team kick in
no,
your crib and shit because you in there
Come
cutting
on
dope
now.
and shit. Now you sitting in
like,
jail. Oh, this nigga ain't no good. Now you on the
no,
witness stand testifying against the same nigga you was just in the crack house chilling with.
Yeah,
that
so this
part.
nigga crushed
And
your
now you over
larynx.
there looking goofy.
So, or so that's the women messing with the crazy dudes. But these dudes be out here, once again, I say this again. If it's just about the kink of the aesthetic, that ratchet look, man, these women bad. The colored hair, the nose rings, the tattoos,
Hmm.
the if the BBL was done right, whether it's natural or not, just that whole ratchet aesthetic. If it's just about the look, oh, I'm sold, nigga. I'm going with it on some kink, some sexual shit. But I say this though, there's an energy that come with that aesthetic. Again, you cannot be with a Jezebel. You can have
Hmm.
fun with the Jezebel. You cannot be friends with a
You
Jezebel.
cannot
You
marry
cannot
her.
you cannot marry. You have to treat whores like they're treated. They have to be delicacies. They are here to be indulged in. You can't, but you cannot overindulge. That's why you got niggas out here be losing they families because they got caught on feed. Not only did they get caught by
Hmm.
their woman or their wife, nigga, worse, nigga, they got caught by the law. So now you in court, nigga, getting
Man,
signed
or
up
got
with the
caught by
legal thing.
FPD.
Like, nigga, you in the trenches, nigga. Once you make it to court for us, any type of sex crime, nigga, you in the trenches.
Facts. Facts.
And so a lot of these men are so far gone. So when they always say whores always getting married, yeah, but whores don't all look the same. When you think about whores, everybody think somebody on the blade, somebody off of bats. Nigga, it's whores working a library at the gas station. It's not just the look
Yep.
all the time. It's the
Yep.
energy. It's a verbiage. Man, it's sometimes it's chicks that say stuff. Me and my wife be sitting there, and my wife know the game, but I didn't put her up on game. A chick, very conservative, can say certain shit. I nudge my chick and be like, man, that bitch be sucking dick in the bathroom somewhere. And she be like, what? Lo and behold, she doing something to that degree later on down the line. I'm like, I told you. I told you. I've been in the
Man.
game too long. I know whores when I see them.
Yeah, a lot of
Hmm.
church women. A lot of church women still be in the streets, be at church every Sunday,
What?
praising
Look,
God. Monday
What?
through Friday, they throwing it
look.
back. They throwing it back
Man,
all
how many
week.
you know how many chicks then came then as a bachelor and playing in these streets, chicks then got up and from menages and all that, hit the they don't and I even offer that you can use my shower. They don't even do that. They take the whole bag and go straight to church or straight to their mama's birthday brunch
That
on a
part.
Sunday morning. Yes, they're whoring. But yeah, the church ones, they get straight up, go straight to church. Man, I just bust you down, you and your homegirl down for 4 5 hours. You
Facts.
ain't
And
even
that
gonna
be
take a
like,
little
no, you
shower.
just gonna wash your
Yeah,
cooter
and I'm not even. And the
oh
cold part is, I'm not that kind of dude. Like, here's the thing: I respect game. You can be promiscuous, but if you are being a lady with me, you conducting yourself pleasurably or mannerably. I'm not gonna just be a dick. So that's why I say I'm not one of them niggas. Bitch, you got to get out. Hey, you know this is a shower right here. I got actual towels. Do your thing, and you ladies can go. Man, these hoes are let. No, I'm just going. That's how I knew the game was rigged and toe up with it. I'm offering you to a shower and you're electing not to. You hoes is different.
No, that's real. That's real.
You,
And
you,
we're
you on a
speaking of
whole
that.
nother level now.
And speaking of that, that brings us to our next topic. That was a great segue, Rod. You feel me?
hmm
Men and women cheating and things like that. Who's doing it for the emotional side? Who's doing it for the physical side? Or is it a little bit of both for both sides? You know what I'm saying? Rod, give me how you feel. You know what I'm saying? Sweet Tea, you follow up. Let me know how y'all feel.
Well, I've been talking a long time, so I'm gonna keep it short because I do want to hear the Miss Lady's perspective. So I would say, if we're being superficial on a surface level, I would say yeah, women tend to do it emotionally, yada yada yada. But just again, experience is the best teacher, and having seen it from both sides is a case by case study because a lot of these cats be out here be chasing emotions too. Now, I would say more dudes that's chasing it are the dudes in relationships are chasing the same thing that single women are chasing. So,
hmm
single women and men in relationships are actually looking for the same thing. That's why you hear a lot. That's why a lot of single women end up in love triangles with men in relationships or married men. And I'm not talking about
Mhm.
poly. See,
Right.
don't misconstrue the two. I'm talking about traditional ass love triangles, the monogamous
Mhm.
people, so to speak. A lot of men are in loveless relationships and they don't get no love at home from their woman. They just miserable. And a lot of
Mhm.
these single women is looking for most of the dudes that's married. Most niggas that's married, excuse my French, are in a relationship
I'm
have some
good.
sense of value. A woman wouldn't get in a relationship with a man with absolutely no value. Something has to be there. So oftentimes the men that are in relationships are usually the ones that the women want, right? So the single women, which are uh more women, they be wanting them men. So they looking for love, the men looking for love. That's where the love triangles come at. Women in relationships, and they the worst ones because they 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 just like nigga be lucky to have me. I hear so many women and watch so many women treat they men like you should just be lucky I'm with you.
Yup.
Right.
Yup.
And they mean that. Like that's their
Mhm.
energy. Some of them even verbalize it. So there's so many women that treat their boyfriends and their husbands like you should just be you should just be like you like they're the
Like you
greatest thing
lucky to
since
be with
sliced bread.
me.
Yeah, like you doing him a favor. Like he
Right.
Yup.
with you ain't with him. I see this man. I am 40 years old. I've been with my woman almost 20 years. She and I both sit back and watch this shit. So I ain't never had my feelings hurt. Me and my woman do our thing. Even as a single man, as a player, that's why I was so hard on the broad. I've
Mhm.
been the side dude. I've sat there with a side chick, watched her talk to her husband like a dog in front of
Dang.
me on the phone, get off the phone and commits to having a great time with me, whatever that means, sexually and or otherwise.
Wow.
Nah, that's
Not
real
just
talk.
me. You think I'm the only man that got these stories? I got homies. Reckless got homies. Miss, I'm sure you got homies. Everybody got homies. I'm not the only
Yeah.
man in the world living this life. So I watch women blatantly disrespect the men that they supposed to love. So I'm like, oh, hell yeah, my heart is hardened. I just got blessed that I have some sense of discernment, and I was blessed that my woman is happens to be a little bit better than the other ones. When I say a little bit better, what I'm saying is, no, she ain't perfect. Hell yeah, she's gotten on my nerves or made me question some shit. But what I'm
Right.
saying is, it's getting manageable. That's all the
Right.
nigga looking for, something manageable. These women
Mhm.
ain't, they're beyond manageable. They're blatantly, like you just said, miss, casket ready. Y'all be
Mhm.
doing shit that'll get you put in the casket.
Mhm.
Right.
And that's just from the man's perspective. I don't date men, so I don't know how y'all what y'all women go through. But just as a man being friends to men, it's been some shit I didn't see heard some men say they doing it. I'm like, hey bro, I'm off of this player shit. I got the man card, but that shit you talking about, I can't co-sign that. So
Right.
Right.
so like I said, game is game and you gotta keep it real. Uh
Mhm.
I'm not going to judge you how you go about it, but I still think that you should leave people with their dignity. And
Mhm.
and these days people not leaving people with their dignity no more. It's like y'all not just cheating no more. Y'all doing like you just said. You having dudes sign birth certificates.
Mhm.
You out here. You 4 months pregnant and having raw sex with dudes and you like these people out here, dudes. You out here telling people your significant other is just man. The stuff I've heard people do in the name of cheating is
Crazy.
diabolical. I'm like,
Man.
oh, that's just to cheat. Oh, then you might as well be single. Even
Right.
before I decided to be in the lifestyle and be open about it, before most people who are in the lifestyle, they started off the regular way, cheating. Because you didn't know no better. You didn't know that, hey, I don't have to lie because we live in a society that pushes monogamy. So even when I was on my cheating tip, certain shit, I just, hey, that goes against the code. You don't do that. What Jody
Right.
say on
Mhm.
Baby Boy? She said, man, did you smash Pandora, the chick at her job? And he
No.
looked, and he said, hell
But I
no, baby,
thought
that's the
about it.
code.
But
He
I
said, I
thought
thought
about
about
it,
it,
but I
but I
didn't
can't
do it.
break the code. So what I'm saying is, there has to be honor amongst thieves.
Mhm.
Right.
And
Right.
nobody has no honor no more. And that's what I think about cheating. And that's why
Mhm.
I'm against it. And I always say I don't cheat, but I definitely smash other chicks from time to time. But I
Right.
don't cheat. I don't
Right.
gotta
Right.
lie. I don't have to lie about nothing I do. I'm a 40-year-old man. The worst thing a woman can tell me is I decline. And me as a,
Right.
full functioning adult man who's handled rejection pretty well will say thank you for your
On to the
time. No
next.
disrespect.
Right.
It's over. It's
On to the
over.
next. Yup. Yup.
Mhm.
Because
Dead
I've had
ass.
some sort of success in order for me to make this an actual lifestyle. This is not a fad for me. So I must know what I'm doing. That means I can take rejection.
A lot of men can't take rejection. That's the problem.
Hey,
That's
speak
because
on
they
that,
sound
sweet
like,
tea. Speak on that.
Cause
please
like the
do.
reason why I say that is because like speaking from a person who has been cheated on, like it took me a good while not to do a whole drive by on that dude.
Ooh.
It took me a long while not to for me to look at my cousin and be like, "Girl, get the car. I'm about to do something crazy." Like it
Was you
took
gonna
me
have
to
some
be
grits?
like, it literally took me to be like, "Okay, hold on, I don't need him. Like, what does he do for me? Nothing. Like, what the heck am I over here mad for?" I literally told this girl arguing with me over the phone. I was like, "Girl, you know what? You can have him. I don't give a flying fart what you chew do behind closed doors. I don't care." I was like, I left it at that. I was like, she's blowing me up, talking all sorts, calling me every name but child of God at this point. And I was just like, "Are you
Block
done?"
delete.
That's all I said. I was like, "Are you done? Are you done throwing your tantrum? Are you good?" I was like, "Do you need 10 more minutes to call me every name but a child of God? Are you good?"
Block
I was just
delete.
like, "I'm not finna argue with you. It's not what I'm
Well, so
finna
let me ask you a
do."
question. Well, let me ask you a question. You were the primary lover, and this was the mistress and or side tripping on you,
Yep.
correct?
Mhm.
The audacity. That see, this is what
Yep.
I mean about not respecting game. But I'm not gonna. I just want. We'll get to that later. I apologize. You continue. I
Okay.
apologize. But see, that's what I
But like,
mean. Not
I
respecting
feel like,
game.
yeah, because I feel like with women, it just really depends. Like, honestly, a lot of the main reasons for cheating is like you said, it's, "Oh, she wasn't doing X, Y, and Z for me, so I moved on to somebody else." But you mad you got caught. And you mad that she ended up moving on. You're like, "Man, maybe I shouldn't have cheated." But then when you get mad when she get her lick back, it's like, "Oh, you didn't know
See,
she could
see,
do
see.
that with you."
Here's the thing about who that affects. That affects square sucking niggas, the kind of nigga you talking about. See, I'm
Yep.
a swinger. I'm a player, a match. You can't threaten to cheat on me because you tell me some shit like that. I'll tell you go pick out the nigga. I'll go pick him out with you. Just let me watch.
Right.
Because I know because first of all, two things. I know women who really about that life,
Mhm.
and I've been around that. So if that's what you really on, for sure. But what I do know
Right.
is most women just trying to scare a nigga. And the one thing I don't like is manipulative games. So I'm gonna call your
That
fucking
part.
bluff.
Yup. Yup.
See,
Mhm.
I'm gonna call your bluff. You tell me you gonna go fuck another nigga. I don't care if I fuck 10 broads. If your
Right.
threat is you're trying to use sex as a weapon, so now I'm
Right.
finna play with you. Let's go pick him out. How many
I'm gonna
dudes you
make you
want? You like
stand
the
on
big
it.
Right.
one?
I'm gonna make you
You like
stand on
long
it.
ones? Da 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 da. Yeah, I'm
Right.
finna make now. I'm finna and now if you really prideful, and a lot of women and men are, you'll
Yep.
go through with it. And if I know you
Mhm.
really prideful like that, I want us to get them big horse
See,
niggas. I'm finna have you pass
see,
out. Yeah, stop
see,
playing with me. See, I'm into BDSM. I'm into degradation. Don't play with me. That's right up my alley.
for
See,
real.
y'all used to cents and squares. See, you threaten it because they tender dicks. They think what they dick. That's why y'all can ration out sex. That's why you can
Mhm.
threaten to go fuck another nigga, and a nigga will let you threaten him, and he'll straighten up. First of all,
Right.
who are you threatening? Secondly,
Right.
who are you trying to instill fear into? And
Facts.
Right.
thirdly, you have the audacity to stand in my face and tell me you gonna fuck somebody else. Three
Right.
strikes, you're out of here. But these niggas take it. So when you come across
Right.
somebody like myself who will quite literally, I'll laugh at you, walk away, or again, because I'm a say this. I just say let's go find 5 or 6 dudes and let's get it jerking.
And I'm like, "What?"
Yeah,
You feel me?
exactly. So grow up, express this, be a woman, being a man, and say, hey, some things have transpired in this relationship that I'm not fond of,
Right.
and I don't like the way I feel, how these things make me react, and
Yeah.
if you considering the one to be in, I would like to continue this relationship under the
Right.
guise of some changes being made. But if
But
ain't
the
no changes
thing,
being made, I'm gonna have to
because
bow out gracefully. What's so hard about that? See, when
like
you
the
can
Right.
thing
process
is,
your thoughts,
I heard this all from a girl he was already messing with. And I didn't know until she literally inboxed me and told me everything.
what's the
And
point of her
then,
telling you everything? She just wanted to hurt your feelings,
because honestly, yeah, I was mad, but then I was just
and
like,
she knew it,
I
and she
should do
knew it,
better. Because I know
and
I could
you were
do better.
vulnerable,
And I was just
and
like,
she just drove the knife in you deeper, and you let her because she don't know you from a can of paint, so she don't care about you. Don't believe the hype. Just don't believe
and
that
I was just
sisterhood
like,
shit. She
because
told you
honestly,
details too, didn't
and
she?
honestly, yeah,
I know she did. She told you sleep about the conversations, the nights they had sex on certain days. She told you the days when he was supposed to be. She told you intimate details. You think that was set up by design because she care about you?
because then I was just like, at first I was kind of like, why is she telling me this? And then I was just like, well, I feel like at the end of the day, yeah, I was pissed off, but I got over it because I felt like I know I could do better. Because
Man,
I feel
fuck
like
both
he
of
was
them still
only,
being attitude.
because I feel like
Fuck both of them.
the only person he was hurting was himself, and he was making her look stupid at this point because it
No, no, no.
clearly
She was
wasn't
making her look stupid.
like it
She
was
was making. Listen,
clearly she was making
Miss, let me
herself
explain
look
something to you.
dumb.
Yeah, Miss, let me explain something to you. Under no circumstances, i- whether you're a man or a woman, if your significant other is sleeping with anybody else that they shouldn't be, under no circumstances do you have any business reaching out to or talking to the other person. Your beef is with the person that is obligated to you. So anytime you go outside of that, you automatically make yourself look like a damn fool. Always remember that. And if I'm the person that's being cheated on and the nigga came to tell me about it, I'ma hang the phone up on the nigga. Thanks for the information, but you's a bitch ass nigga. Cause what are you telling me for? You're not my friend. You don't know me. You're not that giving of a fucking person. Nobody's that
Right,
nice. You know why you telling me? You telling me because your feeling something didn't work out the way you wanted it to, so your thing fucked up and you want to fuck her and my thing up. So the best way to do that is I'm gonna go tell. That's called snitching in the street life. Come
Right.
on out,
right.
they got us. Oh,
Right.
cause you got caught. Now you
Like, cause
no.
what the
So
thing is that me and him never were intimate together ever,
praise God, you
Mm.
dodged the bullet.
and I was
No,
just
for
You
like,
real.
dodged the bullet.
No, that's for real. Because he was messing
okay,
with
like
you and other women. So it ain't
yeah,
no telling who
because
all he was sleeping with.
there were on several occasions where he had told me he slept with like X, Y, and Z girls and was bragging to me about it, and I'm like, okay, and
Ragged. What kind? Excuse me. How old are you, if you don't mind me asking?
I'm 31.
And what? How old is these niggas you be entertaining? Who does this? Listen, I'm like this.
Hey,
I'm not
Ron, it
gonna
go
brag.
back to what
And
you
I
said
was
the
in
last
my
time you
20s
was
when this
on. How
happened,
men
so
are still mentally immature at a certain age. They are
So
still mentally immature
yeah.
compared to a female.
Because I'm like this. I'm all for, hey, baby, let's me and you go out and get these sexy women together. I'm all about that. Ooh, baby. But me bragging to you about other women, that's like anti seductive. Now, I will seek out women with you. I will point out women to you.
yeah,
But it's involving you. But to actually, that's like comparing you to another woman. So, it's
yeah,
at this point, I'm not gonna call these men immature. I just told you I'm into BDSM. See, when you understand BDSM, then you understand the manipulative mind games. Even though they don't know what they're doing, people do stuff like that on purpose. Something in you shows a sign of weakness for a man
mhm,
to even sit in front of you and brag like that. I like date mainly is bisexual women mainly on purpose, and I
Right.
still don't say certain shit to them just because they're bi. It don't give me free reign to be a pig.
Man,
Just
man.
oh well, cause she bi, I get hey baby look Like, no, there still needs to be a level of respect. Like, there, you have to have search yourself, and that's
There's
what I
got to
mean
be
about
some type of
respecting game.
boundaries. Right,
Because for a man to sit there and say that, that should have been his last conversation with you.
right,
And what was
right.
crazy is that like I was young at the time, and
That's not an excuse. That's not an excuse. You was old. You
but
was old
like
enough to
I didn't
consider giving
pay
him some
bills
twat.
for it
You was
because
old enough to consider giving him some twat.
no, because what? Because like first of all, he never asked me for it.
Listen, let me stop you right here. See, just like I got on records, my turn to get on you. Listen,
Oh
when a
Lord,
man and woman talking, they may not initially be having sex. It may take some time, but you understand when a man and woman, two heterosexuals interact, the end game is sex. You do know that, right?
yeah.
Asking a woman out on a date, entertaining a woman is a socially acceptable way of asking for sex. So I say this again: stop playing games and being naive. You were grown enough to consider giving him some cat.
No,
Oh, silence, silence, oh, silence, silence. Boy, I thought my headphones cut off. Whoa, I thought that shit cut off. I was like, did my shit cut off? I thought this shit cut off. Man, hey,
no,
clip
you have
that
a
one
point
up.
though.
Clip that
You
one
have a
up. I
point.
saw my shit cut off.
You have a
Hey,
point
I could.
though. Cause yeah, I was in hindsight. Yeah, I was thinking about it, but then I felt like it wouldn't even would have been worth it.
And you did right. That's not what I'm talking about. See, you trying to gloss over what I said. Let me bring you back to it again. You tried to throw me off with the I was young, but you was old enough to consider giving him some. I said twat. Now I'm just gonna say it because you bullshit. You was old enough to consider giving him some pussy. You was old enough to consider letting him doing some grown up shit to you, and you doing some grown up shit to him. And if you
Yeah,
liked
but
him
that's
enough,
grown
you
up
was gonna
if
let
it
him
didn't
teach you some
happen.
shit.
Now did it?
No, that's not. See, there you go. There you go again, playing the semantics. Let's stick
Ain't
to what we
nobody
talking
playing
about.
some antics.
Yes, you are. Listen, I want to clarify that he was absolutely a butthole. Let me make that clear. He was a dick. You evaded a dick. Praise God, you did right. You evaded
hmm
some bullshit. You still was entertaining it, and until or unless you seen the bullshit, he was finna get that cat eventually if he played his cards right.
Right.
He
It
just
meaning
didn't
if the
play his
phone
cards
call would have
right.
never happened and the female wouldn't have
Yeah,
called, so on and so forth.
because you said it yourself. Motherfuckers don't be sad about what they did. They be sad because they got caught. So the only reason
Yep.
he didn't get to sleep with you is because he got caught. Otherwise, you'd have been a notch on his belt. Let's stop playing games now, miss. I respect you, but we can't do these things. This is what I mean about keeping it real with yourself. That's why it says Rod, hashtag the hashtag at the end, y'all.
Real.
Stand with me. Real.
I
Let's
know.
play this, y'all, together. Ah,
But still,
ah.
it was just like because honestly, after that, obviously, clearly, I moved on from that, and I obviously know better, and I can spot out red flags from a mile away.
Mm-hmm.
But I felt like back then, I felt like I should have known, and from the beginning, I never should have got with him in the first place.
Mm-hmm. So let me
And
ask you
that was
this,
like
then,
my,
if I may.
mhm.
From that, how have you used that to help you navigate in your dating life currently? If I may inquire, if you want to
Yeah,
divulge that information, how has that helped you currently in a positive manner?
because I feel like if I do spot the BS beforehand, then I don't have to worry about it in the long run.
Well, if we had a fifth, we'd all be drunk. I grasp your premise.
True.
It- Do you recognize it? Not if you do. You recognize the red flags now, and do you
Yeah,
act on them accordingly?
yeah.
So how would you describe your dating life right now? Is it pleasurable? Are you on the market? Or like what is your current state in the dating market? I'm just inquiring. I just would like to
You're
know.
good. Honestly, my dating life right now, I'm still looking, and I
Hmm.
make it apparent that like if a dude does get with me, I make it very clear, like I still keep my options open, even though like if I'm still talking to somebody, like I make it very clear, like
So you're
yeah,
transparent.
yeah. I'm very very
So let me ask you
transparent.
this: do you go out of your way to make that clear, or you ask that?
I make it clear from the first conversation.
Okay, so here's this. Stop doing that, please. It's already assumed upon meeting that one is indulging in other people in some manner, sexually or otherwise. Now, if some time goes by and you guys are still, involved, then that conversation is to be had. But to just throw that out there, that's kind of like, yeah, just so you know, I'm just telling. That's kind of the energy you giving. Not you may not mean to do that, but it's just really unnecessary. It's unnecessary. So that's what I mean about how we do unnecessary shit. It's already assumed that you sleeping with somebody or dating somebody or something is in your life with another you know what between his legs upon meeting you. At this point, we trying to establish what we got going. Hypothetically.
Right, because that's gonna make a dude feel some type of way and shit. You know what
I'm
I'm
just throwing it
saying?
out there.
True.
That's anti-seductive as hell. It's not that you're dating other people. I can assure you, that's not gonna bother a man. Because it's highly likely that he's entertaining other women as well. That's why I said
Right.
when two people meet, it should be assumed that they're entertaining someone or a few others, at least one person.
Right.
I ain't never met a person that was just really out here single as
Right.
a $1 bill. Never, ever.
No, that's facts though.
Sorry
That's
about that.
facts.
But I don't. But I
You
just wanted to. So when you see you're transparent, and that's fine. Now, what would you constitute as being transparent to you? What would you like in return?
Um, honestly, like, cause I feel like once I start dating somebody or indoor like talking to somebody else, like, okay, like hypothetically, like if I am dating somebody and like I'm genuinely like happy with said person, then I'm not gonna talk to nobody else. That's just
So, are you a
I just
monogamous woman, or are you just loyal to the soil to the man that you like? Oh, you thought about it, so you might be poly. Now you got me leaning in. Because you,
ew.
because
I do not share.
if you, okay, but you know, I'm not saying you are. You're unsure, so you're on the fence. That means you might be on this side of the fence. Because if you were monogamous, you just straight, hey, I'm monogamous.
I'm loyal to a fault. Let's just be clear. Like,
I like that about you already.
cause, cause like I feel like
See,
once
we can
somebody
work on
dates
that.
me, cause once somebody dates me, I'm loyal to a fault. Like I'm not gonna talk to nobody behind your back. I'm not finna cheat on you. I'm not
Mm.
finna be like, oh, I'm talking to X, Y, and Z dude behind your back and you don't know it. I'm not finna do that.
Well, you don't
That's just
strike
not
me as
me.
you don't give me the Jezebel energy. Your aesthetic, your style of dress, and your energy is very warming, very welcoming. Now, don't let the smooth taste fool you. But even just listening to you right now, you seem sweet spirited. And what I sense is you just come across the wrong type of people. See, because you
Yeah.
being loyal to a fault, I commend you for being aware. So you know not to be that way to people. But I don't want you to change that about yourself. What I would like you to do is just notice who deserves it and who doesn't. You know what I mean? Someone that can
Yeah.
actually appreciate that. Because I don't want you to become jaded because there's still a naturalness about yourself that I sense. I'm just being real with you. I'm not being facetious. You still
Yeah.
have this genuineness about yourself, this good human nature, and if you keep coming across those wrong spirits, it's going to harden your heart. And you're gonna get a man. You're still an attractive woman. You're gonna get a man eventually. Unfortunately, though,
Yeah.
by the time he gets you, he gonna get the version of you that you don't want to be. So what
Yeah.
I'm saying is the type of spirit you have is the type of sweetness that a man genuinely looks for. A man like myself and most men. I don't know much about you, but just you seem sweet, and men like that. So what I'm saying is use your discernment so that you can stay this way, so that you can actually get a man that you can be that way to, and he can
Yeah.
appreciate it and you can feed off of it. You see how that works?
Yeah.
Someone
Yeah.
it's like you're giving, You got to be with a giver or somebody
Yeah.
who's equally as giving. You can't be with takers because takers will always take.
Yeah.
Just I sense that about you. So I
Hmm.
don't care if you're
You're
poly or
100%
if you're
right.
monogamous. People are manipulative no matter what dynamic. So I just want you
Yeah.
to always keep that in mind because you are a sweet person. I can sense that, and
I am.
I hate when
You're
I see
100%
sweet
right.
women become Jezebels by default out of hardness. That's what I meant earlier when I said a lot of women. I
Yeah.
don't think they genuinely mean to become ratchet. They be looking for
No.
love, or they have their feelings
It's
hurt.
just they've been hurt too much. So it's just like they become hard. And it's just like they
Hmm.
keep their guard up. And it's just like, I feel like me personally, like, I have a lot, but then it's just like, because I've dated, excuse my French, but I've dated a lot of assholes.
I can
Like,
Right.
I
sense
have
that.
dated a
I can
lot of
sense that.
assholes. And to where, like, I'd be sitting there thinking, I got the best you in the world. No, I don't.
Okay, well, so you, what is it that? Okay, so let me ask you this: you can sense, or in hindsight, you see that they're assholes. Well, what is it that draws you in, or it's something that you're looking for that's getting you there? So either they're faking it, or it's some trauma there. So something gets you in. What is it that initially attracts you in? What is it that you genuinely want?
Honestly, like, because in hindsight, it was always like the charm they would bring off. And then it
Mm.
would be like always just like this, I don't know what the word is, but like just like this,
Bravado,
yeah, like kind of like
witty,
this, yeah,
good
kind
with
of like,
words.
Yeah, to where they telling
yep,
you exactly what you want to
Good
hear, right
looking,
when you want to
good
yeah,
hear it,
looking,
type shit.
whatever good looking to you is,
yep,
those kind of thing. You said charming, charismatic. Yeah,
yeah,
those are good things. It's called peacocking. They played up on that. See, they played
yeah,
into what you wanted. See, they just gave you what you wanted. That's why I asked you, what is it that you're looking for? So you like charm, charisma. You like
yeah,
men who are verbally sound.
right,
They have a great vernacular. Great
right,
things. The things is when you see it, you hone in on it and you forget about everything else that comes with it, with that
yeah,
person.
and that's
That's
where
why
Right.
I
I
asked you what
start
is
to
it that
like
you
mess
like.
up.
But they using it for evil and not for good,
Yeah,
though.
Correct.
yeah,
It's
and
like
that's
it's like
where I really would mess up, and then I'd be messing with a wolf in sheep's clothing.
quite
Right.
literally. See, you gotta understand. People just give people what they want. That's why they call it word salad. It's kind of like that's
Yeah,
why I always say look for people to be genuine. I just genuinely meant what I said when I said you have a sweet spirit. You are aesthetically pretty to me, but you're like I can sense it from within. That shit illuminates. That's real within people. So the difference is I meant that, but I could also see that in you and use it to my advantage and manipulate you with that shit. I could flatter you. I could cater to your vanity. I could do all of those things on purpose, and I can have you eating off the palm of my hand, and people do that to each other all the time. It's just
yeah,
seduction. We all looking to be seduced, and so what happens is you hone in on that thing that you want, and that's what you hone in on it. And some people just play it up more. They this is what you like, so that's why you see people on the internet who are half naked all the time. That's their faculty. That's their main faculty.
Hmm.
right,
Then
Yep.
you
I'm gonna
have
draw
people
you
who
in
are
with
who
this. I'm gonna draw you in with my body, my
right,
seduction,
I
my fat
mean,
ass, my
their
big
main
titties.
faculty is their car or their money. Other
yeah,
people, it's their intellect. Whether people believe it or not, intellect is still a sexual thing. So,
Right.
whether you think you see some, are you familiar with Jordan B. Peterson? By all intents and purposes, one would consider him a dweeb, a geek. Oh, on the contrary, if you are into intellect and aggressive thinker, oh, that's highly attractive. So, if you know what you're doing, you can be seductive in any capacity. So that's why I'm saying it's cool what you like. You just gotta be able to discern when it's disingenuous. You can
Right.
yeah,
tell if a
Right.
motherfucker tell you every morning how pretty you are. They just keep telling you that every day, all day. It doesn't have the same pop no more, does it?
it just gets old.
Yeah. Now I see you have on green and red. I think that actually complements your skin tone,
It's
quite literally,
pink.
right? Pink, okay, pink. But
It's
it
pink.
complements your skin tone from here, right? That's a pastel, right?
Yeah.
Pastel looks good on you. See that? Like, that's genuine. See, like who says that shit?
Right, right.
Now imagine somebody walking to you like, man, ooh, you got some nice ankles. Some shit like, you know what I mean? Y'all be getting duped by that kind of shit.
Yeah.
All in the name of seduction. Because you hungry, you lusted for something. You lusted for sex, money. You're lusting for something so much so that you're with a man or a woman who you like, man, if I took off the rose colored glasses, he was Jody the whole time.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just
The
like
whole
when the
time.
dude, just like when the dude really want to fuck, but he'll say, "Oh yeah, you thick, you my type." But what he really thinking is, "Damn, she got a fat ass. I'm trying to hit that," but he ain't gonna
That's
say
Right.
that though.
it. But see, but sometimes what's understood does not have to be explained. Again, in this man woman
Hmm.
thing, 90% of language amongst people is body language. You can sense when this is some hot butt naked sex interaction versus a man or a woman that's heavily interested in you. The energy is totally different. And 90% of the time on a Sunday fun day in Venice Beach at a cantina, I don't think people
Hmm.
really are looking to be in no long term relationship.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So you got to look at the environment where you're meeting people at, what your intentions are, which is what I was alluding
Hmm.
to. People don't date with intention.
That
So if
part.
you don't have any intention, you can't expect your counterpart to, and they probably won't. If you just out here
Yep.
grifting, that's why your body count is up. You out here, you got a high body count because you just grifting. You're not really a whore, but you're just
Right.
grifting.
Right.
That's why I said a lot of women, man, they don't want to admit it. They got hella body count, but they really not whores. They like
Yeah.
baking. They like museums. They like poetry. They
Right.
really like these things. But because they're chasing something, they going about it the wrong way and they're getting bad results. The same for men. Men are going through the same thing. They out here looking for men want to be loved. Don't let them niggas lie to you. Men want to be loved. Nothing feels better than a woman speaking soft
My
affirmations to
ears.
you. Oh damn, they didn't went out on you,
My
boy.
headphones is on. What the
Uh
hell?
oh. You have a technical difficulties?
I can't hear you.
I can hear you.
You can hear me?
I can.
Hold on.
And then there was one. Mentally sound and protecting someone that is completely transparent and honest. Those are great things to look for. I could relate to that. I think most people want that. I think they like the idea of that. However, when presented with it, a lot of people don't react in the manner in which you would think they would. That's actually quite intimidating. So that's just been my experience from dating and just watching other people. People that say they want the real thing, they be saying that, but they don't be wanting it.
There we go. There we
There we
Y'all
go.
back
go.
in?
Yep,
Yeah.
you feel me? Ain't nothing changed. We still
I
live.
was
Hey,
like,
we
what the
still live.
world?
Can't hear nobody.
Oh, can you hear me? Can you
Can
hear
you hear
me?
me? Okay, there we go.
I can hear you. I can hear you. Everybody
Okay.
good?
Oh, I can hear you. I can hear you.
All
Okay.
right, we just had technical difficulties. We got a lightning storm going on outside, so I know y'all seen that flicker. You feel me?
Yeah,
But
yeah. I was
now,
like, oh God,
I'm like,
no, they didn't take you.
why is it
Not
like
breakfast. No, I was like, God, no.
I can't hear him, so I'm thinking he's looking at me like I'm crazy. I
right?
was
But
like,
Oh,
no,
I
okay.
but you know that everything he's saying, oh, that's real. Cause you know, just me
yeah,
being a dude, I'm gonna keep it 100. And sweet tea, you know what I'm saying. Me,
yeah,
I'm a conversationalist. I can hold conversations for hours. You know what I'm saying. I
yeah,
can either be the sweetheart type of version of myself, or I could be the straight asshole version of myself. It just
right,
depends, you know, on who I'm dealing with. But have I used the good side of my characteristics and personality for evil? Hell yeah, I have. I think every dude has at one point in time. You know what I mean?
right.
But I've also came on some asshole shit to a female, then kicked it when it was like, damn. I actually kind of like her. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, damn, now I feel stupid because I came at you like Don Juan and shit, like Bishop Magic Don Juan and from Pimp shit. Then end up catching feelings for your black ass. You know what
Right.
I'm saying? And
Hey,
she looking at me like, which one do I trust? Do I trust the
Right.
Don Juan version of you, or do I trust the sweet, charismatic, I want to conversate and hang out version of you? Like now you leave a female
Right.
confused because they don't know which version of yourself to believe in shit.
Right.
hey, you know what I tell you? Believe them all. Believe them all because I'm universal, baby. I'm diverse. I'm complex. I'm all those things synonymous, baby. You cannot box me in. I am not one dimensional. It's 3D popping right here without the glasses. So when you put them on, it's
Absolutely.
4D. I'm IMAX theater. That's what you tell them. Believe it all.
Right.
See, because
Now,
I found that's usually the problem with people. When you have a person who's not one dimensional, that's a great thing, right? But it can also work against you, particularly in dating, as you're saying, because it
right,
confuses your feminine counterpart or your male counterpart. But for a woman, that's why I say I think they love the idea of a sound man, a mentally sound man, physically, mentally, spiritually, and or otherwise. And even if he's not quite there yet, the fact that he's practicing that speaks volumes. But when
Mhm.
upon that, they don't know how to act. How do I know this? I'm living testament of it. Just starting with take away the aesthetic, the mental part. Women say they want the truth. Well, I'm always honest about my relationship
no,
status,
you
whether
don't. No,
I'm
you
with.
don't. Because Rob,
No, you
remember when we
don't.
asked
No,
that
you don't.
question? Do I look fat in this? Do I look fat in this? If I tell you, yeah, your ass look fat in that, you gonna want to slap the lips off my face.
Right.
hmm
And don't you
So,
ever tell a
so
woman that she's fat.
you don't ever ask me nothing that. Don't ask me nothing foolish like that because that's childish. That is extremely childish. You asking questions that you know the answer to. So again, that's what
Yeah.
we be saying
Because we
about
don't
women
want to
don't
hear
like the
you. We don't want
reality.
to hear you
You don't
fat.
like the reality. But what I'm saying is, when you get a sound, efficient, somewhat quality man in that manner, that capacity, got some sense, can can hold a conversation, can dialogue, uh, enunciate, all those things that you don't see often. When you come across that, it's highly appealing. But somewhere along there, women they get shook up by it. They get to acting funny, and it's like
Right.
they want you, but they scared
Yeah.
of you. But they
You see
want
that
you.
comment right there, Rod? You see that comment
What's
right
up?
there? Shout out to Miss Keita. I appreciate you pulling up as always. You already know. She said intellectual arrogance is what can be a turn off. But I find a man being intelligent is very appealing.
It's
Okay,
true. Because it
I would
is.
agree to that.
It
Go
is.
ahead. Go ahead.
Because, like, when a man is very, like, intelligent, but still, like, not as arrogant as he seems, it's also super attractive. And
Right.
even, like, I feel
Oh,
like even when, like, his arrogance starts to come out, it's like, oh, well, I saw the nerd side of him, this sweet, kind, but then he still is a little bit of an asshole.
okay,
Right.
so here's this. Oftentimes, and it says this in Proverbs, oftentimes the truth is seen as obnoxious and or arrogant. Now, I don't want to gaslight you or the lady in the comments because what she speaks to and what you speak to is absolutely true. So I'm not going to play on your face and say that you don't have a point. That would be very disingenuous of myself. What I
Fact.
will say is there's times, again, it comes back to processing thoughts and level of perception. For lack of a
Hmm.
better term, some people don't have the intellectual capacity, no matter how intrigued they are by it. So, no matter
Right.
how kind you're being, how nice you're being, if they can't grasp it, they don't have the vernacular, you're going to always sound like you're talking over their head or down to them. They're going to
Hmm.
always find you condescending. And that has nothing to do with you. It's just because, for lack of a better
That's
term,
just how they
they
are.
lack the educational background. That's just
Fact.
what it is. And
Yeah.
because you lack the educational background, I'm an asshole. Damn. Or because
Right.
even if it's not about education, you don't have to have education to be able to verbalize yourself correctly. There's people with no education, but they can
Hmm.
convey themselves very clearly. And that's the problem. People do not know how to convey themselves, which goes back to what I said. They
Yes.
don't know how to process their thoughts. So because they
Yep.
can't process their thoughts, it causes confusion. When one is confused, that's when emotions come to surface. Anger, guilt, hurt, all those things. What do you do in response? You lash out. See where I'm going with
Yeah.
this? I know this because I'm highly aware. But somebody who's not would say everything that I just said was hella arrogant and hella condescending.
Yep.
Mhm.
Yep. Or say, hey, that was pure BS. He on some bullshit. He don't know what he talking
Yeah.
Right.
about. You feel
But
me? And here
but
go the crazy
again,
part, Rod. Here go the kicker though. A lot of females that end up cheating, the crazy part is no matter how good the dude is, they always end up cheating with the bad boy that's the total opposite of what they want and what they looking for.
me, nigga, me. I ain't cheat with me. Listen, I'm the better version. Listen, I'm the better version of that nigga they cheating on, and I'm the better version of the dudes they used to cheat with. But I'm still a bad boy. See, that's what I said. I have many layers to myself. I'm absolutely
Yes.
Joker. It's Joker right here for a reason, nigga. I live
Hold
this
on,
shit.
hold on. Don't get it twisted. Don't get it
Hey, it's
twisted.
right there. So,
Why me and him
what
got
I
the same alter ego?
this alter ego right here is real,
You got
Blair.
the movie version, I got
It's
the animated version.
Yes.
yeah, nigga. I am why so serious. So what I'm
And
saying
like,
all I'm saying is people don't have the capacities to do a lot of things, or they don't. The biggest capacity is putting forth the effort. It takes effort to do anything. Energy takes effort, and people are too lazy to even think. That's why if you speak logic to somebody, they get upset. They back away from it because you have to think, which means you have to put forth effort, and people are extremely lazy. That's what that shit come down to.
Hey,
So
look at that
because
comment right there, Rod. That goes just directly to what you speaking on. Miss Keita said they don't have the capacity to process it on the same level. Being from the hood and also knowing how to navigate within professional
that part.
within a professional environment allows me the ability to not speak down to others.
well, it's not about speaking down to others. I get what she's saying. Pretty much, she's talking about common folk, and that applies to anybody. The
Hmm.
term ghetto started with the Jews, so you're talking about the ghettos, whether it be Jews, blacks, Koreans, the ghettos, the common folks. It's called jargon. So just
Right.
because one speaks jargon does not mean anything. Everybody understands they, them, hi, bye, excuse me. So I don't want to hear that. See, when you speak like you have some sense, it throws people off because they're used to mediocrity. They're used to jargon. So when you don't speak jargon, when you actually put a period at the end, when you actually pause and take
Right.
a breath and let somebody know, comma,
Hmm.
those types of things, now you sound like an asshole. Or because I'm speaking jargon, oh, he can relate to me because give me five on the black hand side, brother. Shut the hell up. I don't want to hear that shit. You're
Right.
talking about jargon, slang, ebonics. I speak it, we all do, but I still
Yeah.
understand the standard form. That's why I say we should need to get back to basics. That's why the Bible stands for basic instruction before
Before
leaving
leaving
earth.
Earth. Yup.
So it tells you in scripture to get back to basics. So when I use basic language, as I just described, not $20 words and $5 conversations, at that point you are being facetious. See, now you
Hmm.
are being condescending. Now you are talking down to people. I'm just talking about using regular, everyday, common words. Like I said, not saying duh, them, not
Right.
them,
Right.
like,
Right.
Liked, not an extra ed at the end. See, when you
Bro,
point out that, now you're being condescending. Now you're being an asshole. No, they taught
Right.
you that in grade school. Even
man,
at the
you know
poorest
what?
of the grade schools, they taught
Hmm.
you that in
Maybe
basic schools.
maybe it's just me, but I promise to God, when females call dudes bro, that is so fucking unattractive. That is
I
Oh,
hate
so
that.
unattractive, bro.
I
I
hate
cannot
that
stand
so
when a
much.
female like, oh yeah, that's what's up, bro. I'm not your fucking bro. Now if I
No.
well,
call
I
you
don't even
bro
hang
or
around women
call you
that talk
big,
like
you
that.
you gonna be mad
I
and shit. But I'm like, yeah, bitch, go ahead and get that food cracking. Yeah, bitch, go ahead and run to the store for me real quick. You go think I'm being an ass, but you calling me bro, I'm gonna put you in the bro box. Okay, if you bro, then I'm gonna talk to you like you my bro, ho. Hey, that's what's
right.
up, nigga. I'm
We're
gonna
not
dap
even
you
gonna be
up.
in the same proximity. Listen. If I have to, I live by this rule. If I even gotta raise my voice or call you out your name, it's at that point I realize I don't even want to be around you
That
because
part.
Fact.
nothing good can come from that. If listen, once anger is there, once you got into anger, only thing that can
Hmm.
come from anger is more anger. So once if I have to raise my voice at you or call you unladylike names, I don't want to be around you any longer because
Fact.
I
Right.
don't want to call you. Listen, outside of the bedroom, outside of role playing a scene, I don't want to call you a bitch.
Fact. Fact. I'm
Only
only
time I
on
want
that
to
type
call
of
you a
time
bitch.
is when I'm on my
Only time I want to call
BDSM,
you a
I'm on
bitch
my
is
rough
in a
sex, I'm
scene.
choking you, pulling the hair, that kind of
Yeah,
shit.
that's the only time I really want to put my hands on you. I don't want to be so enraged that I'm contemplating if I'm gonna knock your teeth out.
Fact,
Right.
bro.
I don't
Fact.
want that.
You see
I
Right.
that
like
comment,
that.
Miss Keita said it's also about being able to be, I mean, it's also about being able to relate and being empathetic towards others.
Oh, I lack in the empathy department because that requires understanding. It will behoove one to understand. However, the world owes you, me, her, or anyone else. We don't owe the world understanding, and it owes us none. So I don't care about being empathetic because although I was not raised in the hood, majority of my family and or close core was in the hood. So I was in the hood. I practically lived there, and there's no excuse. There's plenty of people who are from the hood who speak like they have some sense. You know how I know it? Because my grandmother pressed that line hella hard. We actually had these conversations because when my father, my uncles were kids growing up, they were going through this same thing. They used to be told that they were talking white. And my grandmother was very adamant about no, they talk like they have
Hmm.
some sense. So I say
Fact.
again, it does
Fact.
not have anything to do with being from the hood. I understand there's a vernacular in the hood. I'm not oblivious to it. Again, I will not gaslight you. However, one chooses to be governed by that language. So much so that when someone does not use the language, you look at them like they're the odd ones. No, they're
Right.
doing the basic language. I think they call it the Queen's language, motherfuckers.
Yep.
For those who
Yeah.
like
Because
to slang, that's why I threw the motherfuckers
yeah.
on the end so we can
Yeah.
relate.
Yeah. Cause
Because
my
I
grandma
can
would look
Now,
at
relate to
me
now
that.
like,
I'm being
boy,
Because I
condescending.
can
See,
relate to
now I'm
that.
being condescending.
Because
right,
I can
right.
relate to that, Rob. Because I've been called an Oreo for the longest. Because obviously the way I talk is right.
Because you
Because
talk proper.
yes, and a lot of my friends obviously grew up in the hood too, but I didn't care. And I got into an argument with an old friend of mine. She was like, "Why you talk white?" And I was like, "You mean right?"
Thank
Right.
you. Like I got some sense. And you know what's sad? That this is how sad that Willie Lynch syndrome is on people, not just people in
In,
America. It
in the
got us
general.
all screwed up. We
Yeah.
associate anything good with white and anything degenerative,
With
low
black.
vibrational with black. So
Yup.
you speaking proper English, correct way to speak, oh, that's considered white. So anything, so last I checked, speaking with good grammar is a good thing. So we're
Right.
associating all the good shit with the white people
Yes.
and all the bad shit, this the chucking and the jiving and the cool niggas and
Yup.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's why we always got to be that. And again, I'm with all of that. That I have that in me. Again, I'm not governed by that, and I understand that that's not the way that I necessarily want to be presented in the world. I wouldn't want my
Yes.
daughter out there doing that. Now, do I
Right.
understand that my daughter, my son, they gonna be grown and they gonna be doing whatever they do when I'm not around? I only ask that they be smart and be safe. What I'm saying is, though, for all intents and purposes, live your life like you got some damn sense. Don't be out here
Right.
living your life like you on GTA.
Fact.
And if
Fact.
you look at the
Well.
makeup of the society that we in, it don't have. It's not just in California or Vegas or the West Coast or the
Mhm.
East. I go places all the time in other cities in America, out the country. Right now, there's this energy in the universe, and it's just funky. It really feel like GTA outside when I'm driving. I go for walks every day. So I
Right.
walk as much as I drive now because I like to get out in the elements. So
Yeah.
like
Smell the
on
Yeah.
my
fresh
off
air. You know
days,
what I'm saying? Get the sun
yeah,
against your skin. Get the wind behind your back.
Yeah.
boom. So I'm a pedestrian. So as a driver, I be saying to myself, pedestrians just be throwing themselves in the street. I'll be like, this is a moving vehicle. But here's the flip side. When I'm now the pedestrian, I'll be looking at the driver's license. You just gonna run a nigga over? So
bro, bro.
it's you damned if you do, you damned if you don't. What I'm
Yo,
saying
Right.
is, as a
yo,
pedestrian, I'm like, these niggas is GTAing. As a driver, I'm like, these pedestrians and drivers is GTAing. And here's the worst
Mhm.
part. When you just out and about in the stores, out in public, it's like people really be glitching. Like they having
Right.
GTA moments. I'll be like, and I be with my chick, I'm like, man, this really feel like nigga we in the Matrix or GTA
yeah.
or
To where you can
is
feel the
somebody
energy
fucking with you?
shifting. You can feel the
Yes.
energy shifting. Like, come on, babe.
So
Let's go ahead and get up out of here because I see these fools about to do something dumb.
Right.
Let's go ahead and keep it moving.
so so the way I see it is, if you don't speak GTA today, something ain't right with you. Apparently, that's how the
Right,
world
bro,
treats you.
Rod. Here
So
goes some crazy part, Rod. Man, being at work and I'm seeing brothers come to job interviews, pants sagging. They got on a throwback jersey, pants sagging. Oh yeah, what's up? I'm here for an interview. Well, who you supposed to be speaking with? I don't know. It's the manager, man. Just tell her I'm out here, man. I'm trying to get on my job thing. Bro, she already then fired and canceled you before you even got the job just because
Right.
you came to work on some ignorance, bro. You feel me? How could you even hold a conversation
but
when
here's
she's
the thing.
asking you, what are your do's and don'ts? How would you handle this situation? Man, hey, to keep it real, I just wouldn't fuck with the nigga. Come on, bro. You know you at an interview. You not out on block hanging with the homie smoking blunts, bro.
But
Why
here's
are
the
you
thing.
talking to the manager like that, bro?
Right.
Like
You know
y'all
what's
just
crazy
cool.
though? You know what's crazy? That demographic of people, specifically black person, is really the minority. The majority of people, specifically black people, regardless of where they live or reside, have the mindset of a well-to-do person. So
Fact.
Right.
majority of black people are well-to-do and well-to-do in the mind. Unfortunately, and that's the American way, this is the Willie Lynch syndrome. This is the white supremacy we talk about. They take the
Mhm.
minority of black people, that minority of degenerates, and they use them as the standard.
Right.
That's who they put
Exactly.
on TV. That's who they magnify. That's who goes viral. That's why Timothy, who graduated from college at 12 years old, that don't go viral.
Right.
That don't make the
Right.
news. Or if it do make the news, it's a 30-second segment right before the news go off.
Mhm.
Right. It's
But
the one with the
now,
hat on backwards talking about, hey, what's up, cuz? What's up, manager cuz? I'm trying to get this gig, cuz. Bro, she's not your cuz. She's
and you
not no
gotta
trick.
understand that
She
that's
ain't no
really a
gang
minority,
member.
and that's a
Right.
minority of people. That is a minority of people. Like I said, when
Mhm.
you've been to the hood of your city, of other cities, other countries, the ghettos, yes, some of the living conditions
Not up
are
to
not the
par.
best. Or the
Right.
mentality, like, yeah, nigga, you in them trenches. But even within them trenches, when you just talk to the average person, they still have a mindset of wanting to do good, wanting to do better.
Mm-hmm.
They speak like they
Mm-hmm.
got soul. So even in the house full of ghetto ass, let's say you walk in a house of a ghetto household with 5 to 10 people in it. Of them 10 people, three of them you wouldn't even know they was in that family simply because they talk like they have some sense. But they was born and
Exactly.
raised on that block in that
Mhm.
hood with that family. 7 of them talk like I'm saying, hey, but it's 3 of them in there. You be like, nigga, this really your mama or that's really your brother? Yeah, that
Yeah.
Right.
is.
Yeah.
And they look at you like, and if you say anything about them, I'll break your face.
Yeah, cause
So
Right.
man,
my,
and that's the way
so
my
my,
mom and grandma raised me, Raw, was just because you from the hood, don't mean you have
Don't
to
mean you
look
have to
like the
act like
hood.
it.
You gotta sound like the hood, and you gotta partake in the ignorant things that's going on in the hood. Just because
quite
you're from the
literally,
hood, don't mean you can't enunciate and pronunciate your words correctly. You feel
Right.
that's
me?
it. Cause now I don't care what nobody say in the real world. If anybody ever decide to step into it, and you don't got to go far to get in the real world, people
Right.
don't care nor do they respect that street shit. I mean, that
Fact.
shit
Mhm.
cool. That shit cool on TV, the music, the Instagram, but in day to day life, people respect intellect. People
Fact.
respect
Mhm.
discipline. People respect standards. People respect authority. People respect those types of things. Even the people that break rules follow rules. This what kills me. Niggas act like they can't follow rules in society, but you follow rules in your game. That's still rules, motherfucker.
You feel
Right.
me? Thank you, bro.
Motherfuckers be
Thank you.
sitting talking about, oh, I can't take orders. But you let this dumb nigga tell you what to do all the time.
That
That's the
part.
big homie. That's the big homie.
But you can't, or man, I remember when I had the misfortune of doing my prison sentence. There was one time, we're walking the yard on the weekend, and we just talking. You know, we talking. Nice evening. You know, nice breeze. You really enjoy. Let me segue. When you go to a place like that, you enjoy the little things, just going
Fact.
outside.
Fact.
I
Mhm.
wanted to point that out. So that's why I can recollect and talk about how nice of an evening it was out because that's all a nigga had at that time was the evening
Right.
air, nigga. I was in
Right.
jail. For those who watching, remember this part. So what I'm saying is though, we walking, we chopping it up. And the guy says, yeah, man, yeah, when I get out, if money slow shit, you know, the money, I'll just go rob me a nigga. So there's lifer that's walking with us. The lifer
Mhm.
says this. He says, what you just say? You gonna rob somebody? He said, why don't you just get a fucking job? These exact words. He said, oh, well, you know, I can't just be working at no McDonald's. He said, you can't. He said, but you walk in this damn kitchen right here on this prison yard and work for cents on the dollar every day
16
and do
cents.
it faithfully. So that shows you the mentality of a street dude.
Mhm.
That's a minority of people. It may seem like it's a lot of them, but that's still a minority amongst the majority. Majority of people don't have that mindset. I can assure you of that. I've been in prison for 6 years. I've lived in Lakewood and Long Beach. And for those who are not privy to that, that's the better cities in California.
Yeah,
I
I
didn't live
visited
in the
Long Beach. When
hood.
I came to Cali, I visited Long Beach, so I already know. You feel me? Long
So
Beach is
now
on
don't get
point.
it
I rock
twisted.
for Long
There,
Beach.
don't get it twisted. The East Side, there's sections, but overall, as a city, Long Beach is a good city to live in.
Facts. Facts.
Lakewood is its cousin city. The way Lakewood came about was the World War II vets came home and there were tract homes for the veterans. It eventually became the city because it used to all be Long Beach. But for the World War II veterans, they sectioned it off, and that's how Lakewood, the city, came about.
I did
Nonetheless,
not know
that is a
that.
very conservative, Eurocentric town. Okay,
Facts.
so
It is.
I've lived in that quite literally in that school district, and I've decided to go be a gang member too. So I know what that's like, and I had to go do some prison time. So for those who like to code switch, I speak both languages very well, and I can assure you that even in prison, some of the more intelligent people in prison are in there, and they speak the way that I'm speaking right now, contrary to popular belief. And in the same instance, they will gut you. Quite
Facts.
literally, they will gut you,
Mhm.
but they
Facts.
speak to you like this. Most respectful. They enunciate and everything in that place. So again, it has nothing to do with relating, and it has nothing to do with empathy. That was a long-winded way of me saying, "Fuck that empathy and relating," because that's bullshit. That's bullshit. I have to
Nah, I
hold you
respect
accountable
that.
too. Next.
Yeah, I respect that, bro. Because even still to this day, at my grown age, when I talk to anybody as an elder person, it's still yes, yes, ma'am, no, ma'am. My grandmother, God rest her soul, you know what I'm saying, dead and gone for years. But I
Mhm.
still do that because I feel like I still got Granny behind my shoulder. She gonna slap me with a heavenly hand, like, boy, I taught you better than that. What the fuck you doing? You know better than
Right.
that. So I still talk to my elders with yes, ma'am, no, ma'am. Hold the door open for them. Oh, you need some help with these bags? Is there anything I can get for you? You okay, ma'am? Is he bothering you? Cause I could rough him up if he messing with you. Oh no, I'm good, boy. I'm good, young man. All right, just hey, let me know. You feel me? I'll put
Right.
this hood work to good use. You feel me? Just I'm just being raised by my mom and grandma and seeing both sides. Being in the hood, but still being able to speak well, enunciate your words, wear a button-up shirt tucked in, belt lined up with your button, you know what I mean? Zip up pants that fit, not hanging with my ass all out. You feel me? Stuff like that. It's like, yeah, I can be hood or I can be good, but why do I just want to always show the hood side? You feel me? Let
Listen,
me
I
be
don't.
remembered for being a respectful version of myself, for being a nice version of myself, the articulate version of myself. There's nothing
Mhm.
wrong with that. You know what I mean? But in our community, that's looked down upon. Oh, he a nerd. Oh, he's soft. Oh, he
No, no,
weak.
no, no. I want to be
You
clear.
feel
I want to
me?
be clear about the black community. That's in the ratchet community of the black community. Again, I reiterate, majority of black people particularly, but black people in particular, are well to do, even those in the hood. Again, it's that minority of people who gets all the shine, unfortunately, who think like that. Again, when you go around the average black person, they are into the same shit everybody else into. We like the same
Right.
shit that all the other cultures like. We listen to rock, jazz, all that. We watch Seinfeld, niggas. We do all of that shit. I, we celebrate America right now. I'm rooting for America in the soccer. You goddamn right. I'm from America.
Mhm.
I've been to Africa. I have family that lives in Africa. My in-laws are in certain countries in Africa. I got family in Kenya. I understand the heritage, the roots, and I love the country. I love that the homie went. I'm still born and raised in America. All I know of my 40 years of living is America. So damn it, I'm American.
Right.
Our people sweat blood, sweat, and tears for this country, whether it,
Man.
for no labor. This is just as much our country as it is anyone else's. So I'll be damned if I say this ain't my country or I'm leaving and going to Africa. Motherfucker, we didn't get our reparations. As Cat Williams said, ain't no receipts on us. Nigga, this is our country. I don't care if it's not in writing. The fact that our people don't take pride in that, it's to me that saddens me. It don't matter that it was in a negative manner. We have stock in this country.
Right, they still shed blood, sweat, and tears for us to have the
That's
rights
it.
and the freedoms that we got right now.
Now,
Right,
whether they're real or not, I get the nuances. It's still some
mhm,
injustices. Sure, I get it. What I'm saying is, injustices or not, our people has a big hand in the production of this country now, up to where it's at now. Then and up to the point now that this country was built on our backs, quite literally.
mhm,
Quite literally.
very
So
much
you
so.
damn right. I'm American. Now it started off in vain. Absolutely. But in my 40 years, I don't know that lifetime. I know that I'm from America.
Right,
So when
right.
people get to talking about, so that's the one thing that I do admire about people in other countries and of other nationalities. It doesn't matter if they're Asian, black, or of Eurocentric to the aesthetics. If they're from Italy and they black, they don't say I'm black. They say I'm Italian. They just happen
Yep.
to be black. If they from Spain but they Filipino to the
I'm a
face,
Spaniard.
but they but they scared. They don't be like, well, I'm Filipino, but I live. Hey, born and raised in Spain. This is what they speak. They from the country. That's why when you watch the Olympics, every now and then when you watch different Olympic games, it might be an odd country like Switzerland, and it's that one Asian dude or that one black dude on the squad. He's
Yep.
really from that country. He really speaks that language. That's all they fucking know. Is he not from Switzerland because he black? Is he not from Switzerland because he Asian in to the eye? Okay, his origin may be in Asia, but his nationality, his culture, his roots, all he know, she know is Switzerland. I'm just Asian from the aesthetics. So the same applies to people from America. If you Mexican and you was born here, guess what? You American. You're Mexican American. You're African American. You Native American. Indian. If all your black ass or white ass, no white people too. I don't care that your family was from the Caucasus Mountains of the Vikings. Nigga, you from Alabama,
You
George.
facts, facts, bro,
From
facts.
Alabama, George. Arkansas, Pete.
That's
We're
real talk.
Americans. We're Americans. Let's stop all this nonsense. It's like people make it like it's bad to be American or say I'm American. It's that's how like I don't hear no other country, even in countries that are desolate, are run by wicked people, they still take pride in their country. They may not like the people in charge, they may not like their circumstances, but you don't hear anybody in the world talk with so much disdain about their country as you do here in America. I don't care
Man,
if you white, you black, Asian, Americans. We so privileged that we can sit in America and talk shit about it. I know some injustices here. I live here. I didn't say it's a perfect country, but I can assure you, nigga, it ain't too many other places in this world your ass want to go live right now. If you're not gonna live in a certain part, if you're not gonna live in Asia, uh, some parts of in Europe, Australia, South America, like if you're not gonna live in those hemispheres or those parts of the world, like it's not many other places good to live. There's over 300 countries that we know about in this world,
Right.
and we happen to live in one of the more lucrative, more modernized ones. I'm not
Man.
saying America is the best. I'm saying it's still a superpower. I'm
Right.
saying, nigga, you
Right.
still can go drink some water out
Yeah,
the
I was about
faucet
to say
right
that we
now.
ain't got dirt floors. We not drinking out the well in the back. We not using the outhouse, shitting in the bucket and putting it into a motherfucking tree stump. You feel me? All of that stuff. You feel me? We can still cook home cooked meals and stuff. You feel
Mhm.
me? Like that's what people don't understand, man. And like take a brother from America. Let me take you to Ethiopia for a year. Let me see how that work out for you. Let me take you to Vietnamese for a year. Let me see how that work out for you. Let me take you to Thailand. You feel me? The Philippines. Let me see how that work out for you. You know what I'm saying? Brothers don't know how good they got it until it's gone. But Rod, you know what I'm saying? To your expression, well, you don't know what you got until it's gone. So just like you got that good female on your side, you don't know you got a good female until you fuck that up. And you, damn, bro, I remember she used to cook dinner for a nigga, fuck me
Mhm.
3 different ways. Rod this motherfucker, throw it back for a nigga. I can hit it anytime I want. You start missing all of that simple ass regular
Listen,
shit that you
listen,
took for granted and was complaining about. Man, this bitch
ain't
always
nothing
on
like
my
when a
grill.
woman
He
do
always
something
want
for
me up
you.
to her. Damn. Oh, yeah. You feel me? You start missing that shit.
Mhm.
Listen, ain't nothing like when a woman do something for you. That's always gratifying. But when she does it with pleasure, she wants it. When a person wants to do something for you, it's a total different feeling. It's that
Oh
old
yeah.
saying, "Cooking with love."
Yup.
Everything about it is better.
Mhm.
It's not robotic. It's kind of like I'm gonna keep it very superficial. I'm not being facetious. It's like sex.
Mhm.
You got sex workers, right? There's some of them, they just really good at what they do. They can do it in their sleep. It's robotic. It is
Yup.
Mhm.
pleasurable. But I
Yup.
can assure you, it's still nothing in comparison to when they do it with somebody they really like and they really want to do it, opposed to this is just my job. So my point
Right.
Right.
is, when your woman cooking for you and it's not a task, that food tastes a little bit better.
Yup.
When she
Mhm.
draw your bath water, that bath water just it's something about that bath that was a lot better. The
Mm-hmm.
way she put it to
Mhm.
whatever, all the way down to if she laid out your clothes, they just fit a little better today. All the way
Mhm.
down to again sex. Yes, sex. And so I do believe in intimacy. In relationships, I do believe in building some type of rapport with a person. Now, the extent of it is up to you two to figure out and be grown enough to accept it for what it is. What I mean is, if the extent of your relationship is casual, accept it for what it is. But nonetheless, you still need to have some kind of chemistry, is what I'm alluding to. And I
Right.
think a
Mhm.
lot of those just be out here, just be bumping pelvises. They just grifters. Like if I'm when all the women that I indulge in, not all of them are serious lovers. I prefer it to be that way, but not all of them are. But I can call them right now, and we can chop it up like the three of us are. We can go
Right.
kick it and have a drink and not even have no sex right now. But the extent of our relationship is only sex. You get what I'm getting at? Because in
Right.
other areas, more important areas, we're not as compatible, and we see that. That would be a problem. But in these casual areas, we're highly compatible. So as long as we keep it casual and light, we'll be great. No harm, no
Right.
foul. And then
Right.
there's other women that on both ends, hey, the only way I want to be involved with you is this got case in point, my wife. She my wife for a damn reason. I don't want you to be casual. I don't see you that way. She could never come to me and talk to me about being casual. And I'm sure I could never come to her if either we gonna be together or we ain't gonna be together.
Yup.
Right.
Yup. And
Do
that's
you
the way
get
it's
what
supposed to be. Your wife is supposed to be different than what you out here dealing with. You feel
That
me?
part.
What you out here dealing with ain't what you want to bring home, ain't what you want to cup, ain't what you want to call a wife. But the one I
Mhm.
got here at the home, I be damned. I'm about to let her be out here in these streets doing this
That
ignorance,
part.
just like what I said. You want to go out and have fun? You
Look.
can kick with all the males you want. Your cousin, Your cousin.
Yeah, and because no woman of mine, and this is what I say when a woman really into you, because I don't bestow any rules upon any woman in any capacity. I just know what I'm not going to tolerate. I said it to say
Mhm.
this: when a woman really like you, she'll start being loyal to you without you even having to do it. What I mean is this: over the years, even to this point, and I'm talking about I've been with my woman almost 20 years, or I've always had a woman. I'm always in a relationship in some capacity. I say that to say this: even when women have known I'm with a woman, I have a primary. If they like me that much, they start being like, yeah, outside of you, I really don't want to. Because a woman's natural instinct is not to be out here smashing on every
Mhm.
dick movement. So that's why I asked you earlier, Miss T, Sweet T, when I asked
Mhm.
you, you don't strike me as somebody who's just going to be giving your body to a bunch of dudes. Now, are you okay with him potentially having another? Because you don't strike me as somebody that's just going to sleep around, but you also don't strike me like you pressing monogamy as long as there's some understanding here.
Honestly, like I agree with you what you was saying, but I feel like if he's messing around with somebody else and I know about it and we're in an open relationship when we have that communication between each other, then obviously I would be fine with it. But if I don't
Okay,
know about it and he's just doing that to spite me, then we're gonna have a problem. Cause I'm the type of person that's I'm gonna be direct no matter what. Like I
I
am
got
very
you.
blunt. I am very blunt. And like but I still have that sweetness about me, but I have layers to me.
You have respect and dignity. I can sense that.
Yeah.
And people tend to take respect and dignity, otherwise known as kindness, for a weakness.
Yeah.
Man, man,
So
you
I
feel
can
me?
sense that you find yourself having to oftentimes assert yourself to iterate that, hey, I'm not to be fucked with. And so
Yeah.
that's what I meant about once you even see that you got to do that, and it's somebody or something that you don't have to be around, like a coach, like at work, you got to find a way to make it work. But like
Right.
somebody you dating, friendships, public places, if you see some bull crap and you can get away from it, you go.
Right.
Humble
Yup.
thyself in that manner. Don't let your pride,
Right.
man. Fuck this. I'm not leaving. Listen, if you see the establishment is a bad place, leave.
Right.
Or
I'm
if
walking
you
out.
at dinner,
I'm not
yeah,
stepping toe on the premises. If I know it's
right.
BS around, no,
If
I'm
you
just
on a
not.
date, if you on a date and then you sit across from that person and in your head you like never again.
No,
Still be respectful. Just don't ever go out with them again. You know
nope.
what
I'm
motherfuckers
No.
blocking
do?
you. I'm blocking you faster. You can say cheese.
You know what motherfuckers do? Go on a date with them again. You know how I know?
No.
I keep telling you, women tell me these things. I remember when I used to be an Uber driver, and I got a lot of taxi cab confession stories, if you know what I'm talking
Bro,
about.
I
But
used
that's
to
another
drive Uber
episode.
too, bro, so I know exactly what you
Man!
talking
So,
about.
but look, what I'm saying is, I'm in Los Angeles, a very popular metropolitan city, as we know. So I said it to say, very attractive women in our city. So I used to pick up some of the most attractive women, and I picked up this one woman. I don't know if she was bad. It don't matter. She was bad. Long story short, we chopping it up. Can you guys hear me still?
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
you good. You
Oh,
good.
okay.
You good?
Long story short, we chopping it up. Come to find out, I'm taking her to what is her date. So I'm like, oh, how long you been knowing the guy? Da, da, da. Long story short, come to find out, she don't really like the dude. She admits it. I said, so why you going out with him? You know what she tells me? Oh, cause it's free, and I told him I didn't like him. True. On one hand, my nigga, if you want to be a sucker, it's your fault
That's
that
on
she
you.
listened.
Yup, that's
But
on
the
you.
flip side is, here's the thing about
Oh
emotional
Lord.
people. They don't see it that way. So, ladies, if you don't like the man, don't go
Tell
out with the
him.
man
Yep. Cause
because
now you
Don't
lead them
even
yeah,
start
on,
a
even though you told
conversation.
them.
Like,
E-
don't pass go or collect $200. Just
exactly. Cause
like,
even though
that's
you
don't
it.
told them
pass the
I'm not
goalpost.
interested, your actions are saying the total opposite. Cause he
Like
go think the same thing.
literally.
Yeah, I know you told me you don't like me, but
But you
you sitting
still
right here
trying
on
to
a damn date with me. You feel me? You feel me? So now when he tries
So
something or he try to get up on you, what are you doing? I'm doing what you here for. If not, you
Right.
didn't have to show up to the date.
Right. Like
so
you
when
just
y'all
putting it
be
out
here,
there.
so I'm not making this up. I've heard these stories on the internet thousands of times. Damn the internet. The internet, that's cool and all that. I was an Uber driver. I've been a side dude. I got sisters, I got homegirls that I sleep with. They tell me these things, they pillow talk. So the internet ain't nothing but a reflection of what's really going on out here. I'm telling you
Yep.
in real time, women have told me to my face, oh yeah, I'm just going out with him because he keep paying for me and my homegirl. And I'm like, that's cool. Man, I done had chicks, man, my chick, my woman, our women, my homegirls, they'll go out, let dudes buy them drinks, and guess who they be bringing the drinks back? I be drinking for free.
You feel me? You
Man,
feel me, bro?
I got chicks that got boyfriends and husbands, and I've had great vacations, you guys.
Man,
I've
hey,
Wow.
had great birthdays. Me and my woman have had some great trips.
I'm
So
man,
screaming.
so what I'm saying is when a woman like you enough, she'll do a lot for you. Trust me.
no,
That's true.
that's fact.
Trust me.
That's
Well,
true.
So
look,
my
we've
point
been.
is you don't
Let me
gotta
see.
lie, fellas.
Yeah, we've been live almost
Oh,
over
my
two
bad.
hours. Man, this was a dope live.
It
I'm
was.
glad Rod came back through for the part two to chop
You
it
know.
up, man. Hey, you already know he friend of the family, friend of the channel. This is my brother from another mother. Praise God, home to Allah. This is my
Praise
bro
God.
for show.
Praise
You
God.
feel me? But before we jump out the building, Rod, let people know where they can sub to you at, where they can follow you, and what you got going on, man. Go ahead and let the people know.
Oh man, you know, doing my fitness training, pushing this fitness influencing thing hard as I can. So Rock the Real, that's my Instagram, that's my YouTube, also known as Roderick Livingston. My Facebook, Roderick Livingston. TikTok, I just started that recently. I'm learning how to use that, Rock the Real. And my Snapchat is Chicago, Cali 2012. My ex is Mr. Lieber himself. But I really push this aggressive intelligence with the bros on the viral way. Individually, I push that fatherhood, fitness, God, family, all those good things. I have some degeneracy to myself, but for the most part, I'm pushing this family, this conservatism stuff on the good tip for the family. The degeneracy, that's another show. You know what I mean?
Right,
So that's
right.
what I'm about. Fitness, family, God. You know, and God first, clearly. Praise God. I'm doing a lot.
Amen.
Big facts, man. Hey, Sweet Tea, you already know I appreciate you taking out your time. It's always my favorite co-host. You feel me? You already know. I'm glad you're feeling better and all that good
Praise
stuff. You
Thank
know
God.
what I'm
you.
saying? You feel
Skin
me?
glowing.
Right,
That
Rod, you
detox.
already know what it is. You know, I
Yes.
definitely
Hey,
appreciate you
sickness is a
pulling up,
detox.
tapping in as always, man. You know, my
Yes.
platform is your platform, me casa, su casa, bro.
Oh,
Anytime you
yeah.
want to pull up and make yourself known, make yourself seen, hey, just drop a dime, let
Yes.
me know what it means. You feel me? I
Oh man,
got
you
you,
already
bro.
know. It's
Mm,
nothing, man. We in the building and we ain't going nowhere.
always. And before we jump out the building, man, just to let y'all know, tap in with the Viral Way podcast, because y'all know
Yeah,
it's Viral Way or no motherfucking way, bro.
nowhere at all. Praise God.
Just like that. All love is
Yeah.
always, man. We'll see y'all next week, man. I appreciate y'all.
Yes,
All
sir.
right.